right, guys, here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it, and we are stacked up today. A lot of fun coming your way. We'll get you caught up with what's happening out there. Deb's Woke News will do that. Top of the hour, what'd you do that's new? Plus, we have Tracing Trauma today. Naomi Bradshaw talks about setting yourself up for success. Derby Days interview with the guys who are putting on one of the coolest events coming up this Saturday. I'll be out. We'll learn more about that today. Plus, Ross Thoughts, trivia, your calls and texts, and your talkbacks as well. Plus, 3 chances to win $1,000. Matter of fact, your keyword right now is spring, S-P-R-I-N-G. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien, Ross Padgett.
Shoot the gap.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. You can find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That's at Jim Colbert Show, or at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. And online, it's JimColbertLive.com. How you doing, Ross?
I'm chilling.
You doing better now, buddy?
You guys got me.
Nobody got you. Nobody got you.
There's a 0% chance.
There's a 1,000% chance.
That's where I put it.
Why do you say that? It was in your room.
Because I do not touch that thing.
You don't touch it.
You're talking about your jewel, which was
that was kidnapped,
which you could not find.
This before the show, Ross Ross misplaced. He misplaced his jewel, and man,
it was uncomfortable to watch.
Oh man,
yeah.
I haven't. Okay,
that thing is like that thing's got you, buddy.
Yeah, I haven't even hit it since I found it.
You found it, huh?
I did not find it. It was commandeered.
It was not commandeered.
You guys pirated.
We did not. Where did you go?
I went to the gas station to buy another one because the show was about to start.
You couldn't have made it through the show without hitting the jewel at least once?
I didn't want to. I could.
There's honesty there.
I did not want to.
All right, 407-916-1041. I don't know what's happening with you. Maybe it's a stress thing because of the wedding coming up. Mm-hmm. You lost your glasses last week. Thank God somebody saved your ass and brought those back to you. An expensive-ass pair of Ray-Bans.
Yeah,
now you lose your jewel today?
I didn't
lose it. You lost your jewel today.
Let's clarify.
Wait, and then I walked in there and found it like a parent who, after a kid, just said, I looked for it all day, Dad. And then I walk in there and find it in 30 seconds.
I love that parenting move. I love /hate. Yeah.
I love the parenting move, too, to try to teach them a lesson by stealing something and then waiting, thinking that they lost it.
Bro, we thought it looked like you were about to come apart at the seams, bro.
I can't believe these guys would do something like that to you. It was torturous just sitting here wanting to tell you so bad.
And it's not even like
where Jimmy put it.
I really feel bad about you leaving. I'm going to be dead honest with you. It wasn't supposed to go that far.
Yeah, you were supposed
Jack just went, I think he left. I'm like, no, come on.
You were supposed to tell us before you said, okay, I'll be right back.
You just
left work without permission.
At 2:38. You left here at 2:38.
Yeah, there's a really close gas station.
You didn't even clock out.
I don't want to admit this, but I've made that trip many a time.
Oh, have you really?
Right. Yeah. Sometimes, you got to get some cold brew and stuff.
Well, oh, yeah,
but
cold brew.
It was just, you have a couple of things to do, then all of a sudden,
boom,
plot twist, there's a whole nother thing to do.
I understand. I've misplaced my glasses and looked for them that fervorously. So trust me, I no
but
problem.
Your eyesight is limited in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot operate without them.
But imagine if I took them.
It would be terrible. Who would do something like that?
And then you would look at me.
Deborah, what kind of human being?
You would look at me and go, where are my glasses?
So, in your world where one of us took your jewel, where did we take it from?
Yeah, where did we take it
pocket?
from? Yeah.
Probably that chair where I was sitting on.
That's exactly where it was.
Yeah. The chair that I was pretty certain. And then here's the weirdest part, too, is that I'm like, all right, if this was any other object, I would ask, hey, did you guys
you don't want to ask for that. And we knew you wouldn't.
And I didn't want to do that because there was no way that was going to be like, oh, he's lashing out. I think even Jack has a video clip of me going, I'm about to lash out. And by lash out, I mean ask you guys where you put it. But then it seems really weird and uncomfortable if I ask that question.
I just happened to be making a documentary on my phone while this whole search for the jewel was happening.
Perfectly. Yeah, worked out perfectly.
In hindsight, that should have told me everything. That there was a camera following me.
Can I send it to you for editing?
No. Have Jim spend the next 7 months editing that 70-second video.
Let me tell you something, buddy. Send me the video. I'll have that edited today during the breaks, and if not, by like August.
There is no chance.
Oh, get out of here. It's not that difficult. You make it seem way... Look, I'm just going to put one in front of the other. It's fine. Editing is nothing. That's the easiest part of it.
That is an opinion.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I got a question, guys.
4. That's my guess.
Okay.
Alexander Hamilton.
That's not a question.
Deb, you got an answer?
No.
I want to Shut up. Of the 4 of you, shut up.
The 4 of us.
You can't
it's
even
3 of us.
I'm talking to myself, too.
Oh,
Can't even count.
I want to sponsor a team. I want to sponsor the Jim Colbert Show to sponsor like a soccer team, a kids team,
Oh, okay.
a baseball team, or something like that. What would be the best?
We don't have to play, though.
No, we don't have to play. What I want to do is
Good.
I just want, like, you know how Little League used to have it? It'd be like the hardware store in town was your sponsor. So you played for like Ace Hardware, Winter Garden, or whatever. Or for me, it was Florida Pest Control when I played Little League Baseball or, Intermediate League Baseball. I want to do that for the show. But should it be like baseball, football, soccer, and then how do we decide who gets the sponsorship?
Synchronized swimming. You're leaving a big game changer out.
Maybe I should consider that.
Why not?
But I think maybe
regardless of this discipline, can we provide them a celebratory beer party if they win the championship?
So what we're gonna do, the idea here is buy the jersey, so they say they have the logo on there, right, and then just buy stuff for them, just so that it has our logo on it, and then support them.
What do you mean stuff? Like nerd gummy clusters and stuff?
Yeah, what do you mean by support them?
Magnets,
like go out to their games.
This is
sneakers?
easy stuff. Why are you asking so many questions? This is a very
I don't want to have to go to their games.
I think you should. Jeez, Deb. I think you should ask these questions before you commit.
Yeah,
no, I don't want to answer them. That's why I need your help. That's why I ask you guys. You guys are way smarter than me. And to see Deb chugging cigs in the bleachers is worth every nickel.
Thank you.
Just hotboxing them one after the other, like a train's coming through.
I mean, of course I'm going to say a soccer team.
See, but I got to tell you, I'm leaning towards soccer.
I am too.
When does soccer season start for the leagues, like the kids leagues? When does that start? And how do we pick who does it? I think we should do a contest. I don't know how we're going to do this. I'm just thinking this out on the air.
I was just about to say, have you ever considered...
How about an origami contest?
Okay. Honestly, to be honest with you, I wanted to throw out there to see if you even think it's a good idea and worth pursuing, right? Because I have a little bit of money we can put behind this and have some fun with it and supply a team in Central Florida that has a hard time raising funds for us to sponsor their team, provide them with the stuff throughout a season. Like it'd be a Little League team, a soccer team, a Pop Warner football team, whatever the case may be. It would be the JCS Bears or whatever the case may be, and that would be the team for the week. Or that would be the team.
You're going with Bears.
Oh, no, it doesn't have to be Bears. It can be whatever. I mean, whatever the team is, it's just the JCS that.
Yeah, what was your high school mascot, Ross?
I was a shark. And I wanted to be the mascot.
Somebody is saying you should do. They automatically assume it's going to be a boys' team. I didn't say that.
The JCS Catfishes.
I don't think we get to pick the. The mascot.
How about a roller derby team?
Oh,
come on now.
There's roller derby in town.
There is.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I kind of want to support some kids, man. I mean, I know sometimes it's hard to get sponsorships for schools or for teams. So that
like a rec league.
Well, I don't know. Just like when wherever you play Little League Baseball, I know those teams go out and find sponsorships. Yeah. Like Mills Air, be the Mills Air, Bears or
look, you're really into the Bears.
Reds. It's the only animal I can think of for some reason.
If the JCS Catfishes play the Mills Bears,
oh man, Bears win every time.
I mean, obvious. We can go ahead and call the team the Eagles.
Oh yeah, JCS Eagles.
Yeah,
perfect.
There you go.
So you prefer? Let me get this straight. You prefer Eagle over Catfish?
I would prefer Eagle over Catfish. Yes.
That's shocking.
Wait, is it really? What's shocking about it? Tell me the shocking part.
I think catfishes are a beautiful animal.
No, they're not.
Have you heard about their whiskers?
Nothing majestic about them at all.
What are you talking about?
There's nothing majestic about a catfish. They're very ugly, bottom-feeding, just scumfish. I mean, I'm not saying they're not good to eat. I'm just saying.
They're delicious. You can eat one of them.
Are you going to help me with this team thing or not? I don't care about the catfish. I don't care about any of that. What's the best way we should do this? What's the best way to decide what team gets the sponsorship?
Well,
and what's in season right now?
I think the best way
We can do basketball too, by the way.
We did the first thing, which is talk about it on air.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now there's already a small chance.
I thought about maybe somebody said something about a golf team. I thought about possibly sponsoring a high school golf team, but they get funding for that. These other teams don't.
It's all well and good to help out these kids who are trying to make their lives better through, the camaraderie of team sports and exercise. But ultimately, you want your message seen by as many people as possible. So you got to pick a sport that has a lot of people watching.
Right, yeah.
So who's watching golf? Kids golf.
Nobody's watching kids golf. I just said that. That's a back burner.
And listen, if you're watching kids golf and you don't have a kid,
Somebody saying the JCS Twinks or mullets. The JCS mullets would be kind of funny.
The mullets, yeah. And there's no mascot. It's just a hair, like a PNG of hair.
Yeah. I can't believe that you guys aren't excited about this the way I am. I came in today fully excited, thinking you'd be like, Jim, this is a great idea. It's a wonderful opportunity to provide some community outreach. Wow, Jim, good job. Nothing ridicule from you douches.
No. There's few times where we get to be on board with something that's going to better the community where you're writing the check for.
Right, exactly.
So we are on board 100%. And by we, I mean me.
I just don't think it's the best form of promotion, though. Right?
I'm just... Oh, man.
He's spitballing.
How about a billboard?
So when you go to these soccer fields...
Yeah.
When you go to the soccer fields, do you see all those parents there, man? There's hundreds of them, especially the one on Red Bug Road.
How about a sign? You get an advertising sign on the outfield wall, like hit it over this sign, and Jim Colbert will yell at someone of your choice.
Oh, that's not bad. But I want to be on the uniform. What part of this do you guys not get? The two of you should get it faster than anybody.
Absolutely. I want one of the jerseys already.
Baseball, soccer, basketball, what sport should we do?
Girls soccer.
Put it on the Twitter poll, Jack.
Okay.
Twitter poll. What sport should the Jim Colbert Show sponsor? A team? Should it be like baseball, soccer, basketball?
Basketball, but there's...
No, let's do roller derby.
What about volleyball?
No. Volleyball, they already have them.
Roller derby's probably... honestly one of the best bets because that's usually adults doing that.
Yeah, but nobody goes. I mean, I'm not dogging them because they're passionate about it. But imagine it when you have a team like a kids team. All those parents there are in our demo, man. I mean, who's going to watch roller derby? I'm saying every Saturday morning on Red Bug Road, that big park there is full of parents watching their kids play soccer.
Okay, baseball, soccer. What else? Football.
Football, I guess.
Are you going sleeve or just on the front?
Yeah, just whatever. I mean, whatever they offer. Whatever the package offers. You buy the T-shirts and you get them printed, so you could do that. Yeah, I could do that easily. Put the logo on there, whatever. Then we could come up with a little logo or whatever.
But are you going to have a say on how the team plays?
No, I have nothing to do with that.
You don't want football.
I would help out with practice if they asked.
Jerseys are going to get expensive.
I don't know if they're going to ask.
They're probably not going to ask, but I would lend my help if they need it.
Well, okay, I got baseball and soccer. What are I could fit two more choices.
Baseball, soccer. What else, guys? Should we put football, basketball,
roller derby?
I mean, by the way, this applies for girls teams, boys teams. It does not matter.
If soccer, baseball,
soccer allows I think a better opportunity for sponsoring a girls team.
Yeah,
football.
You're gonna have to do both. Football. If you don't have a co-ed team, you're gonna have to sponsor a girls league and a guys league.
I've come to that conclusion. I may have to do that.
Yes.
How much money are we talking here? By the way,
we're writing a fat check. This is
how much money are we talking?
I don't know, however much you have.
$25,000.
No, I don't think it's that much. Get out of here. I think it's like $400 or $500, right?
I mean, if you pay me $25,000, I'll take care of it.
No, I mean, I think I print the shirts. Like I take the shirt,
and then you got to do the shirts
that.
On top of that.
Oh, what?
You got to do the shirts, and then you got to write them a check.
Well, you take care of the team's expenses for the year, like
right.
when they have to buy baseballs or when they have to pay the fees for the umps and stuff like that.
Can't win with janky gear.
No, we're not. I don't know if we're doing all that, Jack.
No, you got to go Nike Dry Fit.
Yeah.
No, we might. I don't think we're
excited.
Under Armour.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing any of that. Get out of here.
Adidas.
Come on, Bubba.
They have to be good.
I got baseball and soccer.
If they're good, maybe we'll up the ante. God, we're so late.
Softball.
Softball, yeah, we'll do softball. Right, no bowling.
Yeah, you could have adults for softball.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Debo, what's coming up for news?
President Biden is unhappy about the leak of a Supreme Court draft ruling on abortion. A local lawmaker worries Governor DeSantis will control Disney's new government, and the City Beautiful makes a contribution to the Met Gala, which returned with gilded glamour fashion. Oh, I forgot to care. But we'll talk about that and more coming up during Woke News.
Make it volleyball, Jack. Volleyball. All right. 407-916-1041. Back with Deb's News. More of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Twist his arms.
Keep Alexa busy, or she'll have more time to plot against you. Alexa, why are you sharpening knives?
I'm not.
Kind of sounds like...
Are you calling me a liar?
Just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Well, we're seeing some westbound slowdowns on I-4 at this hour between Princeton Street and Robinson Street, and also between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Eastbound still a steady ride between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, as well as coming in from Polk County from U.S. Highway 27 up to Osceola Polk Line Road. Authorities working to clear a crash on OBT at Taft Island Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Truly Nolan. Termites can tunnel for years without a peep unless you've invited Truly Nolan to chase down and eliminate the problem. With Truly Nolan's total termite protection plan, there's no escape. For a free inspection and $100 off termite control, visit trulynolan.com.
Springtime is a great time to add appeal and value to your home with a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence. Whether it's to keep out a nosy neighbor or maybe keep your puppy and children safely inside, the fence freaks over at Mossy Oak have you covered. Freaks on quality, your satisfaction, and security. Skilled craftsmen use only the very best materials, getting you the best results every single time. And they have quality, and that quality backed up by the best warranty in the business. Just simply visit mossyoakfences.com. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
Now through May 10th, join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness for $1 down and only $10 a month. With tons of equipment and free fitness training, it's the perfect place for everybody to work out.
Even me, Mr. I can't sleep at night, so I keep dozing off during the day.
Especially you, Snoozy. You'll rest easier and feel fit-tacular.
Wait, how did you get in here?
Join in club or at planetfitness.com. $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends May 10th. See club for details.
Financial strength means having the choices to do what's best for you. An Amscot Cash Advance could put up to $500 in your hand on the spot with no credit check when you really need it and for less than you might think. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
You can't get much for $5 these days. Unless you go to Wendy's for a $5 Biggie Bag. Get your choice of double stack, junior bacon cheeseburger, or crispy chicken BLT. Plus 4-piece nugs, fries, and a drink. All for just $5. That was smooth, wasn't it? That's how you're going to feel when you get that biggie bag at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes 4-piece nuggets, small soft drink, and small fry. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Every 3 seconds, there's a new victim of identity theft. A criminal could be applying for loans in your name or even selling your personal info on the dark web. Protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock by Norton. LifeLock monitors your info and alerts you to potential identity threats. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, it's easy to help protect yourself. Save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com with promo code NEWS.
Novo Platform Inc. is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services provided by Middlesex Federal Savings, FA. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
You're making something new with your business. To support you, Novo built a new kind of business checking. Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, Novo is customized to your business to save you time and free up cash flow. Sign up for your free business checking account right now. Plus, our listeners get access to over $5,000 in perks and discounts at novo.co/today. novo.co/today.
Some roads take us to where we want to go. Other roads lead to Mo. In a world full of dangerous roads, there's only one thing you need to know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Baby boomers and retirees, stop the leftist smash and grab of your retirement savings. Take action now to shield your savings from socialism and volatile markets. National talk show host and best-selling author Chuck Oliver of The Hidden Wealth Solution will teach you how to get a head start to be retirement tax smart. Imagine learning proven strategies that are saving boomers and retirees thousands in unnecessary taxes. Visit taxessaved.com. Taxessaved.com.
Hi guys, it's me, Brian Baumgartner, and maybe you've heard my podcast, The Office Deep Dive. Well, now I'm expanding it into even more of your favorite shows in my new podcast, Off the Beat.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob Riggle.
Hi, I'm Allison Hannigan.
My name is Jamie Lynn Segler, Meadow Soprano.
Eric Stone Street. I played Cameron Tucker.
Listen to Off the Beat on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Man, what a cool ass cover. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword is spring, S-P-R-I-N-G. Just kick it over to realradio.fm.
Lunachicks.
The Lunachicks? Yep. And send it away there. That's right, realradio.fm. Send it away. That is spring, your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. You got $1,000. The Monsters had a winner this morning.
Yeah, the keyword isn't Lunachicks. That's the band.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there.
Hey, speaking of Luna Chick,
Deb's got your news.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio and that mortgage guy, Don. President Biden is very unhappy about the leaked draft of a Supreme Court ruling apparently overturning longstanding abortion rights. Biden said the landmark Roe versus Wade ruling has been the law of the land for nearly 50 years and should not be overturned. Biden said overturning abortion rights would be a, quote, fundamental shift in American jurisprudence, end quote. It's not known who leaked the draft of Politico, and Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts has ordered an internal investigation. Of course, Roberts has also confirmed the leaked draft is indeed authentic.
Who has access to it? Like I would think the only people that would have access to something like that would be the justices themselves and their direct aides.
Yeah,
and I mean
clerks.
direct clerks.
Yeah, that's why this is going to be so investigated.
Yeah, because this will be a career changer for whoever leaked it, and it could be a career ender.
It's a career ender for whoever leaked it. This is because if you look at it,
some of the justices clerking was part of their history.
Yes.
That was, part of their resume to make it to the Supreme Court. So, this is huge and wrong.
Way wrong.
Well, the impact of that leaked report out of Washington is being felt here in Central Florida. Politico.com reported last night that an initial draft majority opinion shows the Supreme Court has voted to strike down Roe versus Wade. 10th District Democratic Congresswoman Val Demings calls the news appalling and dangerous, and she adds that women deserve an end to the constant politicization of their basic fundamental rights. 47th District Democratic State Representative Anna Eskamani tweets, "The report is chilling and destructive to women's equality and to the rights of all Americans." The news comes just 2 weeks after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed an abortion measure into law banning the procedure after 15 weeks of pregnancy. It had been 24 weeks without exceptions for rape, incest, or human trafficking. The ACLU is expected to file suit against that law, which takes effect July 1st.
With all due respect to Jimmy, this is a byproduct of voting Republican. That's how we got here.
But it's like you said earlier, and what everyone is saying. Elections have consequences. So regardless of what your political leanings may be, if you don't take them to the polling place and pull that little lever.
Right. And interestingly, Susan Collins even came out and said, because John Roberts, I guess
Republican senator from Maine.
Yeah. Susan Collins came out and said this is one of the most egregious what's the word I'm looking for? God,
I was going to call it a miscarriage.
Decision? Decisions or the leak?
Yeah, the leak. Talking about the leak. Yeah. And even talking that in a couple instances with Amy Coney Barrett and I want to say
I believe it was Kavanaugh was one of the justices that she had spoken to,
and basically said that she didn't, that they had misled her in conversations before this to lead her to believe that this wasn't a goal of the new appointed Supreme Court justices, that it wasn't they were not in unison to do this,
and yet Lisa Murkowski as well saying that exactly. Now. If this turns out to be true, that confidence will now be shaken in the Supreme Court, which pretty big deal since it's the third branch of the the three branches of our government. So, I mean, this shakes.
This leak should be treated severely.
I think it's going to be.
I mean, it should be, regardless of the decision. I don't, however you feel the justices should move on the abortion issue is one thing. That's a separate issue. But this leak that's a big deal. I mean, and to me, it's a big deal.
Oh, to everyone, I think. A pro-life group is calling for an end to all abortions in Florida following the leaked Supreme Court draft. Florida Voice for the Unborn has sent a letter to Governor DeSantis requesting that he amend his proclamation calling for a special legislative session later this month. If you remember, that special legislative session is only to deal with the property insurance issues that are facing Florida families. The Tallahassee-based group is asking the session to include legislation prohibiting all abortions except when a mother's life is in danger. Again, Florida recently passed that much stricter law set to take effect July 1st, rather.
And Jack, what you were saying earlier about the Republicans being voted in and you get the consequences, you got to remember half the country would agree with this.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I mean,
it's not necessarily.
It's all relative.
No, because I believe on this issue, the polling skews more over 70% are in favor of keeping Roe v. Wade.
I did not see that.
Yeah, News Junkie was talking about that earlier today because we hear a lot and it becomes a dominant Republican issue and it's one we hear a lot. And I think a lot of times we just assume everything is a 50-50 split when it comes to politics. However, there are plenty of Republicans who believe in a women's right to choose, as well as some Democrats who also think abortion should be illegal. So, but overwhelmingly, the majority believe Roe v. Wade should be the law of the land.
And they said even if isn't the understanding now that even if they voted to overturn it, it wouldn't be a complete overturn. It would be basically a rehaul of it.
Well, no, this would take away the protections on a federal level
and just basically send it to the states. But there were other aspects of it too. I thought they were being changed as well. Maybe I just need to read it better. I just need to just go over it better. I haven't even read the draft yet.
I heard the opening line. I mean, it's pretty shocking.
Yeah.
A local lawmaker is worried the governor will seize control of Disney's government. Orlando State Senator Linda Stewart predicted yesterday that Governor Ron DeSantis will replace the Reedy Creek Improvement District with a board full of his appointees. Right now, Disney appoints the Reedy Creek Improvement District's Board of Supervisors. Stewart also says dissolving the RCID could lead to residents of Orange and Osceola counties to pay an extra $2,000 in property taxes. Of course, that's residents. Businesses would probably be on the hook for a lot more. The governor's office has not responded to Stewart's comments. And, everyone also keeps focusing on the fact that this would really be the biggest issue for Orange and Osceola County, but it also came out last week that it could hurt the state's bond rating as well. It could hurt the entire state's ability to borrow money and get projects done in the Panhandle.
Wow.
All right. The woman accused of killing her boyfriend by suffocating him inside a suitcase has returned to court. Orange County police say Sarah Boone and Jorge Torres were playing hide and seek.
All right.
In their apartment while drunk in February of 2020. That's when Boone zipped Torres inside a suitcase and left him there to suffocate. Now, a cell phone video, never wise to take if you're going to go against what it shows. Well, it shows her taunting Torres while he is struggling to breathe and is begging her to be unzipped and let out of the suitcase.
Yeah, that's different than hide and seek.
Exactly.
Right, that's different. I played a lot of hide and seek. It never ended up in a death.
And I don't know if you could fit in a suitcase.
Yeah. Although Anthony Jeselnik has the greatest hide and seek death joke of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says he hates it when people gets upset when a kid dies by locking themselves in a fridge because how many kids get to go out a winter?
Records reveal the couple had a history of domestic violence. Boone's trial is set to begin May 16th. Oh, man, I don't know. I feel so bad for this person, but a one-of-a-kind truck is missing after an apparent robbery in Miami-Dade County. Christopher Wadsworth.
Wadsworth?
Exactly.
Hello.
Exactly. He paid about $175,000.
Okay.
For a custom-made Dodge Ram TRX that he picked up in Houston and drove home to Brickell recently. The truck was parked at his home in the Grand Paraiso luxury high-rise last week when a thief took off with it.
Love it. Love it.
Wadsworth.
Hello.
Tells 7 News he's also worried because a loaded gun he had in the truck. Well, I'm surprised that's gone too.
That's not very Wadsworth of him.
Hello.
Crime Stoppers has a $5,000 reward for anyone with information.
No one's going to believe it when you call in. The guy's got a jacked up Dodge Ram. His name's Wadsworth.
His name is Wadsworth. $175,000. Maybe he had it for 3 days.
Oh.
But hey, there's that $5,000 reward.
That's why I brought the story. I'm
sure,
really?
I'm sure that's going to work.
That'll cover the hitch.
Exactly.
I'm not
the truck nuts.
Yeah.
I'm not a mathematician over here, but might have to ramp that up.
I'm agreeing with you on that one, Ross. Okay, this is day 3 of Hurricane Preparedness Week. Today's tip focuses on the importance of having a stocked disaster supply kit. The Florida Division of Emergency Management says disaster kits should have enough supplies to last every person and pet. That's the other person. When you calculate that gallon of water a day per person, you need to remember your animals in that, in your home for at least 7 days. What to include in that kit can be found at floridadisaster.org/kit. You definitely don't want to follow my lead because during Charlie, I walked around Publix as they were boarding up the juice section with a grocery cart full of dairy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not good.
Milk, currency of the future.
Yeah.
Not when you lose power and you're looking at a whole bunch of your groceries going, what?
Thanks for
was I
sharing.
thinking?
Thanks for sharing that lesson learned.
Yeah. Right.
Seriously, you know what it is? Because it was so frustrating. We talk about this year after year after year, broadcasting professionals, hurricane season, we beat it overhead. And then when a storm comes and you're actually like being a resident like everyone else, you're like, wait a minute. What am I supposed to have in this kit? What is this?
Day after Charlie, I went to the I found a convenience store open that had power, and I'm grabbing ice. Everyone else is lined up at the coffee machine. I'm like, suckers.
Yeah, right.
I'm getting my ice. I'm getting out of there. I got home. I'll just have coffee at home. I got home. Oh, wait. I don't have power either.
It's so funny you mentioned that because after that storm, the next day my landlord came over and his first 2 questions are, Are you okay? And the second thing is, do you know anywhere where I can get coffee?
Oh, man.
Because no one could get coffee the day after Charlie because unless you had a gas stove or you knew how to cook outside, you were screwed.
French press, baby. That's why you got to have a French press.
But see, it's these things we need to talk about.
Yeah, French press. All you need is boiling water at that point, and you can do that over an open fire or your grill.
I remember I was just laying down because there's nothing else to do at some point, and it was 5 o'clock that night, and that headache set in. It's like, oh, dummy, you didn't have coffee today.
Oh, yeah. And then you got to sit there and feel that pain with the humidity clinging to your body because there was no air conditioning.
Good times.
Good times.
Tile
Absolutely.
was nice and slippery from all the humidity in your house.
Oh, yeah.
Because the windows are open, and the fan that you put to suck air through the house, right? Because you're smarter. Everybody else just brings in just a storm wave of humidity. You actually have rain in your home.
Right.
It's created its own environment. Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, we've talked about this before and wondered, okay, who's going to be using all of these Starlink satellites? Well, it ends up that it's doing quite a good deed at the moment because Ukrainian officials say about 150,000 people are using the Starlink internet services each day. Now, Elon Musk's SpaceX operates that satellite internet network. The Ukrainian digital minister said Starlink provides, quote, crucial support for Ukraine's infrastructure, end quote. SpaceX provided Ukraine with a shipment of Starlink satellite internet dishes shortly after Russia invaded in February. NBC News recently reported there are more than 10,000 Starlink terminals providing service to Ukraine.
I was wondering about that because you watch the news footage and you see some of the images, and it looks like you are watching newsreel from the 1940s.
That's exactly what it looks like.
And then they will show other city scenes where you watch someone posting something on TikTok.
Right, yeah.
You know, and you're like, how is this the same place? And
exactly.
It's just, you watch how the reporters are moving through these cities and, and our officials and stuff with that level of danger, but you wonder about technology and how they're keeping the power on and just internet. But that's interesting to see that's how Starlink is getting used.
And it's a huge difference maker because think about what it could mean for the people in Russia if they had that access to the internet that wasn't able to be state controlled.
That's all nice and all, but let's not forget that Elon tweeted out a photo of a tiger and someone flicking that tiger's nuts. That's also the savior of the internet right now.
How about we not bring that up and just use the Ukraine satellite?
Hey, if you're gonna give me the veggies, I'm gonna give you a couple of desserts.
Flicking a tiger in the nuts is a dessert.
Yeah. Okay, Jacksonville is remembering a dark day in its history.
Duval?
I did not know this, but it was on this day 121 years ago that the Great Fire of 1901 killed 7 people. Burned more than 2,300 buildings.
Damn.
While leaving nearly 10,000 people homeless.
Wow.
It's believed a spark from a wood-burning cook stove ignited Spanish moss laid out to dry at the American Fiber Company. Reports at the time said the glow from the fire could be seen in Savannah, Georgia. The glow. And the smoke could be as visible as far as 500 miles away.
And you guys remember, like, San Francisco used to burn down like every other week.
It was a thing.
I mean, I think it burned down like 4 or 5 times. I mean, cities used to burn. It was
a lot.
I mean, just
London,
burned down.
I mean, yeah, that was
Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what's always weird too is that their soccer team over in Chicago is called the Chicago Fire, and I'm like, all right, I wouldn't do that.
It's an homage.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Okay, the Met Gala generated a lot of buzz today about who wore what. Megan Thee Stallion wore bronze wings, and fellow rapper Cardi B was in a heavily gilded Versace gown to match the gilded glamour theme. Many celebrities wore tiaras, opera gloves, or both to celebrate the Gilded Age of the late 1800s. Kim Kardashian made a statement in Marilyn Monroe's iconic "Happy Birthday."
She looked amazing,
Mr. President.
Like that's the best I think I've ever seen her look too. She has no hair.
I heard she had to lose like 16 pounds to fit into the dress.
Yeah, her hips were considerably smaller.
Yeah, and her hair.
And Pete looked great.
Yeah, Pete looked human, and her hair is short and cropped and blonde, and I didn't. Yeah.
Back up. Did you say Pete looked human?
Yeah.
It's appropriate.
That's an ugly
Still
boy.
didn't shave, though.
He's a triple bagger.
Yeah.
You know what triple bagger is?
Well, 2 for him, 1 for you?
No, 1 for your head, 1 for his head, 1 to throw up, and in case his falls off.
There you go. Gotcha.
Well, they were recently spotted in Orlando at Ripley's Believe It or Not attraction on I-Drive amid speculation she was looking to wear the famous dress. I think someone texted us earlier this week or saying that they had seen her there. The attraction on I-Drive has housed the dress. They got it in 2016. The dress sold at auction for $4.8 million.
Oh, man, and she just borrowed it for the evening?
And it set a Guinness World Record for the most expensive dress sold at auction. Yes, she did just borrow it.
Wow.
Elon Musk was there with his mom.
I was going to say, that probably increases the value of it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Almighty.
Yeah, plus when they bring it back and all that press, maybe the attraction's going to be able to say that it was, clinging to her curves. Again, Elon Musk seen chatting with Kardashian and Pete Davidson, who stepped out for the second time in less than a week. And then finally, the Sunshine State. Well, our residents are expected to open up our wallets big time for Mom this weekend. Do not forget, Mother's Day is Sunday.
Don't do that.
The Florida Retail Federation predicts Mother's Day spending will top just in Florida. What do you think we're expected to spend?
$270 million.
I'm going to go the under $260 million.
279 million.
Well, this is actually Florida and nationally. So sorry.
That's all right.
$31 billion.
I'll take it.
Oh,
Points.
wow.
Wait, Florida.
Damn, and the nation. So our state and the other 49 are expected to collectively spend $31
Wasn't that
billion.
sweet? I gave Jimmy a 9 million window.
Well, if you think about it, divide that up. I mean, it's still it per state. Even though I know it doesn't work like that, per state, it's still like what, 300, 400, 500 million apiece.
But with all this inflation news and the increase in everything, that is a $3.6 billion increase over last year. The organization says the average person will shell out more than $245 for Dear Mom. Greeting cards and flowers top the gift items, followed by a special outing, gift cards, clothing, accessories, and
brunch,
jewelry.
Oh, God, moms are so expensive.
You know what? A lot of moms, I have a feeling, are probably a lot like Amy Drew Thompson. They just want to have a quiet day. Just let me do my favorite things with my favorite people.
Yep.
Give me a day to relax.
Just make dinner at the house.
Just rub a foot.
That's right.
And let's just get this over
Pour
with.
that wine, rub them feet.
And get out.
Yeah, and then get out,
and then
right?
Get
and then
out.
leave.
Leave me alone for the day, just this one day. Well, now you all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Good Lord. Speaking of buying a home, if you have any question that has to do with the mortgage process or the home buying process, you got to give it to that mortgage guy, Don. He can answer your question and loves to do just that every single day. Takes about 3 hours, answers about 100 questions, and it's so easy to get yours answered. All you have to do is go to homeloansradio.com. Look for the Ask Don bubble with no obligation or fear of ever being spammed. It really is just as easy as homeloansradio.com or thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Orlando City is on the road to play Montreal this Saturday. Coverage starts at 3:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1. Orlando City matches on Real Radio are brought to you by Mossy Oak Fence. From the Driveway.com Weather Center.
Hey everybody, good Tuesday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center, Central Florida weather forecast update for today. Another hot steamer for you. High temps upper 80s to about 90 during peak afternoon heating. Quite humid today as well with increasing clouds through the day and after 2 o'clock. We're all fair game for scattered showers and storms developing. I've got coverage at about 40%. Southeast winds at 10 to 15. Tonight 67, partly cloudy, a few showers and storms before 12 a.m. Chance at 20%. We'll go 40 to 50% of the coverage for rain on your Wednesday. Tomorrow, hot highs near 89 and 92. Mainly dry Thursday. Rain chance on Cinco de Mayo at around 10%. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Have a good one. Take care.
This report is sponsored by WaltDisneyWorld.jobs/job fair.
Interested in an exciting new opportunity? Disney Central Orlando is hiring and hosting a job fair on May 9th. Apply in advance for call center roles, including sales and solutions specialist and resort sales associate, and you could earn a $1,500 hiring bonus. Visit WaltDisneyWorld.jobs/job fair to apply today.
It is no secret the DIY security systems are a joke. No self-respecting crook pays attention to them. Most police departments don't either. Most national alarm companies aren't much better, but they do charge more money. Safe Touch has the best systems out there, and it starts with every system being professionally designed using layers of protection. They begin with that Safe Touch yard sign. That represents the only guaranteed response in the industry. Of course, the next layer of defense is the Safe Touch perimeter guard cameras. They use analytics and text video notification to alert you before the crime actually happens, and they have 24/7 onboard video storage as well. That camera also alerts criminals they've been detected and they're being recorded, but it doesn't stop there. That's right, the Safe Touch Always On feature means if anybody tries to violate your area of protection, Safe Touch is notified before they even enter the house. They call it their dome of protection, and if someone does make it past, the two-way communicator has them in about 11 seconds, eliminating the need to call for verification and sending emergency help immediately. They're professionally installed, highly trained pros, and the Safe Touch UL Monitoring Center is right here in Orlando. Not to mention, it all costs way less than you think. Just call 888-723-8682. Get that free estimate and demo today, or visit safetouch.com. State license ZF233.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our shows streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity, or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Ends 5/8/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X5 gateway. Actual speeds vary.
You know how right when you wake up, you start craving food, but you're not entirely sure what you're wanting? Psst, it's McDonald's. The new crispy chicken biscuit, to be exact. You want the one thing that's so crispy, so juicy, and oh so tender, sandwiched between two buttery, flaky biscuits. You want the good stuff. And now you can mix and match 2 for $6, including the sausage McMuffin with egg and bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together, and now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home, so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Every 3 seconds, there's a new victim of identity theft. A criminal could be applying for loans in your name or even selling your personal info on the dark web. Protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock by Norton. LifeLock monitors your info and alerts you to potential identity threats. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, it's easy to help protect yourself. Save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com with promo code NEWS.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
That moment when you realize you have a serious air conditioner issue. A real stripped down to your skivvies, no one sleeping tonight, head in the freezer fail party. But fear not. There's an expert for that.
Let your local experts at All American Air Service Experts keep you cool. Right now, get an AC tune-up for $39.
Want to chill? There's an expert for that.
Call All American Air Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
When the heat is on, Del Air can turn it off. Go to delair.com to schedule your appointment today.
Staying one step ahead of the algorithms. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook.
Find it and like it.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. We'll have another keyword for you at the top of the hour. When you get that, go to realradio.fm and send it away for your chance to win $1,000. Monsters had a winner this morning. Looking to catch right up and grab one ourselves. So make sure you pay attention and pick up the phone if you're playing the game, for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. What'd you do that's new? At the top of the hour, we'll go over Jack's choice of the first episode of the show Severance. That it's on Apple Plus TV, brought to you by Ben Stiller, starring Adam Scott and Patricia Arquette, John Turturro in there as well. Of course, those are all big-time players. I watched the first episode this morning, and we'll talk about that in just a few.
So you did not watch it with your wife.
I didn't watch it with my wife because we didn't have the app on the television yet. So I just had to watch it on my laptop today. Because there's now 2 shows on Apple Plus I want to watch. I want to watch the movie Coda. Because that's on Apple, right?
Oh, you want to watch that with Tori because you watched it without her.
I did watch it without her.
Okay,
Yeah, nice save there.
Yeah, that's a good one there. But I thought you might, guys have been a little busy watching the finale, the final season.
Ozark.
Ozark.
Yeah, I tell you, we didn't get back into it yet. And, last night we were watching something else. I can't remember what it was. I think my wife was watching the Met Gala. Because she's crazy about that stuff. She loves that Met Gala.
It's on TV?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was probably on E.
Yeah, just E, stuff like that. I don't think it's, I don't think it's broadcast, but she likes all the stuff to do with that.
Pop-up video.
Because of the fashion stuff. Got to do Ozark. And what's the other show I am doing? Got to do Barry.
Shining Girls.
And Shining Girls.
Barry.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to watch right now. It goes from 0 to too much. And you watched all of Severance already?
I watched the entire season.
Wow.
2 seasons, right? Or there's only one?
Just the one right
9
now.
episodes.
It's quite good.
It is. We'll do that at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041.
I'd like to wish a very happy birthday to my fiance.
Oh, is it really his birthday?
Yeah, Chris Carson's birthday today.
Yeah. What's it, like 38? What's it?
Let's just say I'm going to have fun with next year's birthday.
Okay, good. Very nice.
It's a big birthday next year.
5-0 player.
Yeah, this year's. Let's hope maybe just maybe the Cubs will pull out a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you guys do big birthdays? Birthdays. You know what I just found out, and this is the reason I'm asking you this. And this is something you shouldn't find out in year 17 of marriage.
Oh.
You shouldn't find this out at year 17 of marriage. But my wife's birthdays are a gigantic deal. Now, I have fallen short on birthdays a number of years, and I was like, well, it's just a birthday, it's on but for some reason, birthdays are a really big deal to my wife. So now I got to step it up on the birthday thing. Really, there's only 2 days. It's birthday and Christmas. That's all she really. That's not. There are no other
not even Mother's Day, anniversary.
Even Mother's Day and anniversary, the big numbers for anniversary. We have a 20th coming up soon, so we'll do something big for that. But other than that, no. Do you guys do it out? Like blow it up big?
That's the reason why I was taken to Portland and a treehouse for my birthday this year was because last year's birthday was
not so good.
A big miss.
It wasn't really.
Big miss.
Did he feel that he owed you that to get square? I know you don't strike me as somebody who would hold that against him.
No, but
I mean,
maybe. I was
Jack
really.
strikes me about somebody who would laugh about that.
I was really hurt. I was really because it wasn't. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to dime him out.
Okay.
He was working really hard. He had a huge event that weekend, so it's not like he was just sitting on the couch and not caring.
I understand.
But yeah, so we're trying to. You know what I'm learning?
What?
That he makes a far bigger deal of Valentine's Day than I ever thought, and I make the mistake. How 8.5 years later, I'm still making this mistake of assuming that it's just going to be another day of the week. And damn if he doesn't surprise me with something thoughtful, and I'm left as the heel who just assumes that it's a throwaway day.
I will tell you, my wife and I looked at it the same way, and I told her last year, I said, that's changing. From now on, I'm going to take on Valentine's Day as a big deal. You don't have to. You can just receive. But for some reason, man, last year, I messed it up really bad. I kind of goofed it, as Ross says, and it stayed with me for a while. Usually things like that, I can be like, okay, well,
I'll do better next time.
We do so much other cool stuff. How can you get upset about this one day? But obviously, it's a bent way to think about it. But I've put it on my calendar to make those days big deals.
Did you goose egg it?
I didn't goose egg it, bro, but
You just bought her like a bag of broken glass? What'd you do?
It wasn't at the level that you...
It just wasn't thoughtful. How's that? That's the best way to put it. It just wasn't thoughtful. And really the key in all of this is being thoughtful, being thought of in advance.
Did you have a card?
Man, listen.
And it doesn't have to be expensive. That's the other big mistake that can be made. It does not have to be expensive.
You went cardless.
Listen, buddy. We're not here to talk about my shortcomings. Not today, anyway. All right, 407-916-1041. Back with What You Do That's New is next. We'll find out what Jack did. We'll find out how we liked it. And we'll find out what Ross has to offer. That's next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Stop and Go ride continues westbound on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're seeing delays now between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, and also between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Eastbound still a steady ride out of Polk County between U.S. Highway 27 and Osceola Polk Line Road, and also between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Invisible Fence brand is changing the way people live with their pets. Experienced professionals provide pets independence to play outside while providing you with confidence they're secure. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. Invisible Fence brand. Surround your pets with care.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of running your business? Of course you are. There's a limit to what you can do and still keep employees engaged. Insperity knows that. They bring 30-plus years of HR experience to help you with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving your employees competitive benefit options. You're able to focus on other priorities. Your employees can thrive and your business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology. It's Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist with your summer plans by putting $1,000 in your hand. We're talking about $1,000 9 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Take that keyword and enter it on our website at realradio.fm. Then wait for your phone to ring from a number you won't recognize. And if it does, answer it. Because that is how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air has been in business since 1992 right here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. That's Mills Air. It's equipment change out time. You can get upgrades up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My AC's blowing hot air.
Voted the top HVAC company by the robots we hired to vote for us.
Yes, my air conditioner is...
For AC repair, press 1. Fine. Are you sure it's actually broken?
Well, yes, it's blowing hot.
Have you considered fixing it yourself?
No.
Could try YouTube. Might be a video about air conditioners.
No, I actually want a professional...
Saw a video yesterday with a cat on a bicycle. Hilarious.
How would that help?
Might make you feel better about the whole broken air conditioner thing.
This would never happen with Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
Right, I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have an AC problem, you need a professional solution. An expert who can diagnose your system right away and get the air blowing frosty cold again. That's the Frank Gay way.
I found it! Look at him with his little helmet.
FrankGayServices.com.
Want a new-to-you car that you can drive home today? Do what I did and check out the huge selection at offleaseonly.com. You'll find a massive inventory of used cars priced thousands below Kelley Blue Book, from nearly new luxury cars to SUVs, trucks, and everything in between. There's no haggling, no negotiating, and no hidden fees. Financing is available for good and bad credit. Get pre-qualified online at offleaseonly.com. Want to sell your ride? They buy cars too. Shop online at offleaseonly.com or go to their massive state-of-the-art dealership just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Gorgeous gaming, stunning streams, unbelievable bandwidth.
It's another Lifestyles of Gagillionaires. Meet the AT&T Fiber customers winning at life with hyper gig speeds. Meet Gagillionaire Terry. While his love of streaming horror movies has him constantly on the edge of his seat, his internet bill won't give him a scare.
Oh, don't go in there. I'm telling you.
Because since Terry upgraded to AT&T Fiber with hyper gig speeds, he doesn't worry about data caps or equipment fees.
Come on, man. The door's open for a reason.
And best yet, he also doesn't stress about a price increase at 12 months, because with the amazing Gagillionaire lifestyle comes an exquisite sense of tranquility. Most of the time. Live like a Gagillionaire. Get straightforward pricing with AT&T Fiber. Internet that upgrades everything. No data caps, no equipment fees, and no price increase at 12 months.
Limited availability in select areas. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding!
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
Get more out of your day with Dunkin' Refreshers. More tropical flavors like mango, pineapple, and more ways to enjoy your favorite flavor of Dunkin' Refreshers. Available with green tea, coconut milk, or lemonade, so you can get more out of every moment. America runs on Dunkin'. Limited time offer. Additional charges may apply.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Part of my hurricane prep includes making coffee ice cubes, so at least I can have iced coffee later.
Your 4 o'clock keyword is cash, C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot to win $1,000. Monsters had another winner this morning. So we're on it again, already kicking off the week with a bang.
Yeah, we're at 10 for Real Radio, and we are leading the company nationwide.
Wow.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031.
Love to also mention the talkbacks, because that talkback was brilliant. Thank you for that tip to make iced coffee cubes so you can have iced coffee during a storm.
I don't know if that holds up. I don't know if that statement holds up.
Why not?
I'll try it.
Well, that's the thing, is that then you just have not iced coffee. You just have cold, melted ice cube coffee. See what I'm saying? If it's an iced coffee, you need ice in your coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So then if you just make ice cubes into coffee, then they melt.
What if you put those into coffee?
Well, then you don't have any electricity problem. See what I'm?
I don't really. Well, because I mean, the whole idea is you don't have power, you're not going to have ice. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be ice.
If you're prepping coffee before a storm,
right,
you brew a pot of coffee and then you just put the whole damn thing in the fridge.
Right, it doesn't matter. Right.
Then you throw your coffee ice cubes in that.
Right, exactly.
I just had coffee that it was an iced coffee with ice cubed coffee.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It was great.
All right. 407-916-1041. Let's do what you do that's new.
What'd you do that's new? What'd you do that's new? Hey! We're the only new, something new to do. We're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by Clausman Law.
That's right, Clausman Law, KLAUSMAN Law.com. Offices right there in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Clausman. Yeah, he'll be with us Thursday for Colbert Court. What'd you do that's new every Tuesday at 4 o'clock? We go around the room, choose something for the other players to watch, listen to, or read, go over it, and then push it on to the next person. This week it is Jack's choice of the show Severance. And then, of course, we'll find out what Ross has to offer coming up. All right, who wants to go first? Watched it this morning. Apple TV, starring Adam Scott. He was in The Office? What was his show?
Parks and Rec?
Parks and Rec.
Yeah, he's hilarious in that.
Yeah.
You go ahead and start, Jimmy.
Okay, so the show's premise, so for people who are just tuning in, and if you haven't heard of the show Severance, it's on Apple TV, a Ben Stiller project. Big names with this, Patricia Arquette.
Who's amazing.
Yeah, John Turturro's in here. Of course, Adam Scott is in here as well. I think he's the lead. He's the lead character.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet because it's just episode 1.
Oh,
he's not in there
that's
yet.
That's correct.
And then the woman the redhead, who is the first person that you see in the show. I don't know who she is, but she's great.
Britt Lower. Yeah.
Britt Lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So big players in here, right?
Yeah.
She's going to have a much bigger role.
And the show is basically this. You sign up to work for this company, and your job requires you to go through a thing called you're on the severance floor. And basically what it is they block your memory of your personal life while you're at work, and then do the same thing for your work life while you're in your personal life. So when you enter the building and go to your floor, you automatically go through a process where once you get to work, you cannot remember what your life is outside work. And then vice versa for your personal life. You do not know what happens at your work. You just know you work there. You don't know what you do there. You don't know how it affects anybody. All you know is you work with these people, and that's it. You can't tell them about your life outside because you don't know. I'm on episode 1, which is what we were tasked to watch. And this is already just a mind-splitting show because it's the setup for episode 1 is so good that I cannot wait to see where this goes, because the good thing about, to me, good writing does this. Episode 1, it shows you so many possibilities of where the storyline can go. Like, I could take a pencil right now and write 80 different ways this thing could go to provide a really unique kind of storyline because it's set up so well. And it is fascinating. I mean, it's fascinating. I think the opening scene of him in his car before he goes into work is the most that's the thing I can't get out of my mind right now. Is that scene, we know that's got to get paid off somewhere.
It does.
And we have to find out where. I mean, Ross has seen the entire thing already, and we're dying to ruin it.
I'm trying my absolute best not to. I'll just speak about the show as a whole without giving any events away. It's very good.
Yeah.
It is different. The premise, I leaned into the premise of it seems pretty good on paper. Hey, you don't have to work another day of your life. You'll never experience your 9-to-5 job. You will show up to work, and then as soon as you show up, you're already leaving. You will have no memory of your 9-to-5 job. And that kind of sounds like a lot of people. I feel like I know a couple of people who would do that. If you hate your job, that's exactly...
And you have to volunteer for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you volunteer for the surgery, and then you go... And it's irreversible, supposedly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the show's great. That it's such a breath of fresh air. It's unique. It's different.
It's a little haunting, too, because the way it's shot and the lighting they use... They give that ominous feeling that something's going to happen at any moment. What'd you think?
Oh, I loved it. And part of the reason why I loved it so much was the dystopian feel. Chris and I looked at each other and I said, my God, what a nightmare of a building.
Yeah.
What an absolute nightmare of a building. The starkness, the focus on everything old.
You know what it looks like? I would be dead honest with you. It's like walking through NASA. Like where all the buildings are when we would go over and do the tours. We were in the old office building part of NASA over in the VAB. And when you're walking through there, all that was built in the 70s.
60s.
Like 60s and 70s, right?
That's what this felt like.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You look at those CRT monitors, but there's cell phones, but not modern cell phones.
Even the clocks on the wall were mid-century clocks. The computers, the desks, the chairs, the CD-ROMs.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is like supposedly taking place in the early 2000s, maybe just for the cell phones and then the vehicles.
Yeah.
It's because it's like one of those things. It's trying to gauge what year is this, because they don't tell you.
No,
but you don't need to know, but just how it is shot, I love it. And Ben Stiller, he's one of the directors on it, created by Dan Erickson. But you mentioned dystopian. Check this out. The genre listed on Wikipedia calls it psychological thriller, drama, mystery, science fiction, dystopia, black comedy.
Because it is dystopian.
Yeah, it's got all of it.
When you go from their office pod to a dinner party, the difference in vibe, energy, life, humanity.
Their personalities inside there.
It's like you see, it's not just the separation of the memories and the work-life balance. There's a whole lot of humanness that's coming undone with that, and it's going to be really interesting to see how it unravels. You know, she has a bigger role. I'm looking forward to trying see if I can guess ahead of the game what I think it is.
Did you guys ever catch yourself thinking that you're trying to like map it over to your own life? I know this is weird because we're literally doing the job that we're being asked to do, but just having those, I think it's safe to say that everyone in some shape or form has multiple personalities.
Oh,
you have
your work self, your home self,
home self, your by yourself self, and all of that. I could not stop thinking about that.
I didn't start thinking about how this would apply to, modern, like if it was actual, if you could do this, like, have a switch that turns you off like that, how would it, because now you're going to create two lives, right? So now you have two lives. You have a life inside the halls of your what?
No, because you wouldn't know that the other life existed.
Well, but you still have them. It doesn't. Your consciousness of where they exist doesn't matter. You are still existing on two planes. You're existing outside of work and inside of work. So there are two levels of your life happening. And so, but we don't see them creating inter-office relationships. Yeah, they're interacting, but we're not seeing them create relationships yet.
Well,
on this first episode, so I don't even know if they can.
Well, that's the interesting thing. That's to me what was so telling about hey, watch out, pay attention to the icy roads.
Right, yeah. Right. But I don't think they.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but yeah.
It's just like it's too hard to say anything without giving stuff away, but. It's interesting because it seems like, this is so simple. This is how you get work-life balance. We make it so that when you're at work, you can't think about home, and when you're at home, you can't think about work.
It seems miserable because, I don't know about you guys, but I started thinking like, wow, I don't interact with a lot of people at work, but not to have a relationship with them at all would be weird.
Well, then you just have 100% of your interactions based out of work, which also kind of... Don't take this the wrong way, but also that could be nice because you only get so much brain juice in a day, and then who are you interacting and spending that with? But
a third of your day you don't remember of your life.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then how do you form relationships? As we saw in his life, it's almost like in your life you hit pause, and then you get to the next place, and then you put it on play because there is no... especially in his life, you could see why he's trying to escape.
Well, yeah, and it kind of becomes an outcast. It's kind of weird. Again, try not to give too much away because now people are fascinated with the job that he can't remember. Well, yes. Like they're fascinated with his existence at work, but he can't talk about it because he doesn't know anything about it. They're not really asking about the job. They're asking about the situation.
The show is called Severance. It's on
Apple
TV Plus, and I believe it only gets better throughout the season,
which is amazing.
I agree. It just keeps building and building and building, and the season finale does not disappoint. I just think it's great.
The moment the show went from good to being great is that you see the perspective of the guy outside of work. And then when you understand, and I think this is on the first episode, but it's not that big of a spoiler if it isn't, that means the version of you that's at work never leaves work.
Yeah, never leaves work.
He is stuck. His entire existence is just that building. And that's when the show leveled up once I understood that.
Once they get on the elevator, and then next thing their collective memory is getting off the elevator the next day.
Well, you realize the stagger because when you hear the bing, boom, and you see you're like, okay, that's when it happens. That's when it, okay.
I'm dying to find out what they do.
Oh, yeah. Just wait, buddy.
I'm dying to find out what they do because they don't tell you what they do. And what's on those computer screens does not look cool. There's something very bizarre about what they do.
Yeah, and it's bizarre. I know we mentioned this before. They're called innies and outies. The person you are at work is your innie. The outie is that person you don't know what they do, but that's who you are once you leave work.
Right on. All right, good choice.
Yeah,
I'm going to watch some more of it.
excellent.
We'll keep talking about Severance. Check it out, Apple Plus TV. It's worth getting the even if you get the trial thing, it's worth it. Worth checking it out.
Binge that and Ted Lasso.
Absolutely.
And Coda.
What's coming up next for us, buddy?
Guys, there is a legend in the rap community, and he is not a rapper. He is a legend
I know
in
who
the
you're
world
talking about.
of reporting
Yeah.
and interviews.
No,
Dare I say,
are you going to make this crew?
He is the GOAT of interviews, and he looks like he wouldn't have anything to do with what he does. I am talking about Nardwuar. Nardwuar, Deb, is someone that you're about to fall in love with.
You are going to fall in love with Nardwuar. You're going to love Nardwuar.
Nardwuar has been interviewing rappers and musicians for almost 3 decades. He interviewed Cobain.
It's almost like being busted on by Don Rickles. It's like it's a pride thing to be interviewed by Nardwuar.
It is, and the coolest thing about his interview is that every rapper appreciates the immense amounts of work that he does going into each and every interview.
Dude digs up best friends. Like, he hit Kendrick Lamar with a name that he hadn't heard since he was 7.
And it just sends goosebumps down everyone's spine.
So what's the project?
Rappers shocked by Nardwuar.
Rappers?
A 17-minute YouTube video.
Rappers shocked by Nardwuar. It's going to be funny. You watch it. It's going to be great.
It's very fun.
I've seen a lot of it, but I'll check it out again for sure. All right, we'll put that up on JimCorbettLive.com, where you can click right through. Let's take a little break. Tracing Trauma with Naomi Bradshaw up next.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Clausman, KLAUSMANLAW.com. Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Clausman, ClausmanLaw.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law, ClausmanLaw.com.
Heavy traffic continues westbound on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're about the same between Princeton Street and Robinson Street, and also between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound travel on I-4 heavy between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, and also between U.S. Highway 27 out of Polk County up to Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Invisible Fence brand is changing the way people live with their pets. Experienced professionals provide pets independence to play outside while providing you with confidence they're secure. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. Invisible Fence brand. Surround your pets with care.
When the big box stores wanted to partner up with the bathroom remodeling company, they chose Rebath. Here's why. Stellar reputation, not to mention they've been in that business since 1991, 31 years of taking care of Central Floridians. Plus, the big box stores and other franchises have the proper license, proper insurance. They're dependable. They have standards performance to make sure you get the job you pay for on time, every time. Now let's talk about the products. They're freaking amazing, by the way. These are companies and names you've known forever. Not cheap stuff. Toto, Delta, birch cabinetry, that's what they put in. Natural stone, travertine, and marble cut perfectly. That means no grout lines. That's what they're all about. Not to mention owned by one of the nicest people you could ever want to do business with. Honesty, integrity, that's what they start with. Their employees been with them for years, and you can see their showroom. It's 436 up and out, right across from Kobe. Walk in and look at those models, man. That's what they have to offer. Those are just the products, though. Remember, every bathroom is a custom bathroom at Rebath. Hop online at rebathmidfla.com. Look at the before and afters and book your appointment. Your new bathroom awaits at rebathmidfla.com.
This hour of talk is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Spring has sprung and it's full tilt boogie time at GiveMeTheVin.com. I'm overpaying for cars because I think they're going to go up even higher from where they are right now. We'll pay off your payoff. We'll pick your stuff up. We'll quote you quick and easy at GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer. Go there right now, and if I don't beat a CarMax offer, I'll send you a check for $100.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Monster Jam World Finals returns to Orlando. Coming Return to Camping World Stadium May 21st and 22nd. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Don't miss the biggest Monster Jam event of the year. Visit monsterjam.com for event details.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our shows streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity, or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Ends 5/8/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X5 gateway. Actual speeds vary.
At International Diamond Center, family is one of our core values. And no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. In addition to an expanded selection of affordable and timeless gifts of jewelry, with any jewelry purchase for Mother's Day, we're providing that little extra something, a $50 Sephora gift card. Mom can use it to treat herself to her favorite luxury Sephora brand fragrance, makeup, or skincare product. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a beautiful eternity band, a pair of diamond earrings, a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a designer necklace. Get Mom a meaningful piece of jewelry that she'll treasure or cherish for years, and we'll throw in the Sephora gift card as an added treat. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
O'Reilly. Don't miss out on Clean Car Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. If your car is ready for a spring cleaning, stop by for great deals on everything you need to keep it looking like new, including Mother's California Gold Wash and Wax, just $5.99 for a 64-ounce bottle. That's a $5 savings. Visit the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts today or shop O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You get to hear your favorite podcast hosts talk. But now, for the first time ever, they get to hear you. Thanks to the new TalkBack mic on the free iHeart app. Here's how to do it. Simply tap the red TalkBack mic on the player screen of the app to send your voice message. Let your favorite podcast know what you thought about the latest episode. Ask and answer questions from the podcast, comment on topics, or just say hi and let them know where you listen.
Hello!
Easy, right? Talk back to your favorite podcasts with the TalkBack mic on the free iHeart app. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is cash, C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. That's right, Monsters had a winner this morning. Let's keep that going. 4 o'clock keywords cash. Still good, guys. And remember, you got to pick up your phone when you get that call. That's how they tell you you've won. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is right there.
Hi there.
And Ross is here as well.
You know, just shooting gaps.
Every Tuesday around this time, on the first Tuesday of every month, we invite NaomiBradshaw.com to slide by for tracing trauma. And remember, Naomi's not a doctor, psychologist, licensed clinicologist, any of that stuff. She is just someone who has experienced some trauma in her life and takes you on the path that she is using to kind of make that better in her life. Naomi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Doing wonderful on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. You're very purple today.
Yeah, big bright smile.
Well, you know, I'm smiling just because I'm NaomiBradshaw.com.
I understand that.
I'm purple because I'm in the purple venue.
That's right.
For a Fringe Festival.
Yeah, and by the way, today we're talking about setting yourself up for success. And, you know, this is, we know that you have... I don't know, is it accurate to say you've battled with the decision to do a show like this for a while and then finally kind of pulled the trigger on it, and here we go?
Well, I was thinking about this the other day because a friend of mine, Monica Knotts, she did a little article in the community paper for me about the show, and we were talking about it, and I realized that I planted the seeds of this show when I was at the backstage at the Rosen Plaza 20 plus years ago, is when I wrote the songs that will be in the show. And those songs at the time didn't really make a whole lot of sense because the songs were about, walking wounded and I want to be a child again. And at that time, my persona was over the top, cleavage up to my chin, super high heels.
Big old 80s rocker hair.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Skin tight dresses, Ford vodkas in, 3 songs in.
Yes. As soon as you walk in the door, you're having a shot of tequila and a beer back. And it's time to sing some rock.
And by the way, people do not understand how gigantic that party was in Orlando for quite a while. That was that. If you were in the hospitality industry, that was the party in Orlando for 5 years?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely Sodom and Gomorrah vibes happening in there.
Oh yeah. It was the scene. Closest thing I think Orlando's had to 54, maybe. I mean, it was pretty nuts out there.
It was definitely. I can't really talk about it very much.
Okay, you don't have to. We're not asking you to. I'm not asking you to.
Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not.
That's a different segment. We'll do that one later.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Fringe show coming in. What's it called? First things first.
The show is called Gone.
Okay,
it's a word. Yeah, it has a lot of meanings to it. It could be gone as in drunk, gone as in taken off down the road. Many different meanings.
So is that why you stuck with that name? Is that a name you've had for years?
Well, initially when I came up with the idea, because Michael Andrew and I were sitting and having a breakfast at First Watch, he gave me a couple hours of his time while I bored him to death with my genealogy pictures. But he kindly and brilliantly pointed at me across the table and said, Naomi, this is a Fringe Festival show, and it's you, your mother, and your grandmother, and it's going to be a Fringe Fest. It's going to be a one-woman show starring you. And he had this whole vision, and that was 3 years ago. So here we are.
There you go, 3 years in the making.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry, I forgot one part. Halfway through the process in 2019, I actually gave up on the idea because I went to the Fringe Festival and I got so overwhelmed that I didn't believe I could do it. And then this past June, when I went up to New Hampshire and we had our radio spot up there in New Hampshire, I got a call from one of my friends, Nick Massoni from 901 Mills Market, and he reignited the idea because he asked me if I possibly could talk about my story and sing some of my songs at his performance space in the backyard. And what I thought, I wonder if my songs could make up a show. And so that's where the idea got back again. But during the interim in 2019, I was trying to decide, how can I do a show about my mother? She lost custody of me when I was 5. I don't even know her. I'm not going to put a cowboy hat on and be a country western singer, and portray her. That's ridiculous. And so this song called Gone came up out of my soul. And that song describes what it feels like not to have a mom.
Okay.
And so that song is the focal point for the whole show. And that's why the title is Gone.
So is the show going to be like almost like a musical where there's dialogue in between and the dialogue is built to set up the song that leads to or led to, or the event that led to the song?
Well, it's more like a storytelling hour where I'm sharing my life's journey with you. I'm also going to be sharing the research I did to find out about the people in my family tree. And the songs are going to be interspersed amongst the story and supporting the story. So yes, it definitely does one lead into the other.
Naomi, is the show going to be an hour?
Yes, 1 hour, 55 minutes plus,
Well,
you can't go over. That's what they tell me.
And you absolutely can't. And I'm just throwing this out here as someone who's done a Fringe show. Don't be afraid to make it 45. You do not have to fill up the hour. If there's a certain part that is just going, you know what?
Like a natural ending point?
You don't want to step on your ending, but if there's any fat that could be cooked, 5 minutes less to get away from that one part that you just know that's like, I don't know if the audience is feeling it. I feel like that's one of the biggest mistakes a lot of Fringe performers do is that, okay, we got an hour, we have to do an hour show. You do not. What you need to do is have as good of a show as possible.
Yes, that's my hope.
Are you ready? How much time of this have you prepared to deal with what you're going to be feeling on stage? Like, I mean, you can sing. You don't have to practice singing. You're a natural singer. You've done this for years to make your living. So that's the easy part. So tell me how you are preparing to handle the emotional aspect of sharing that kind of story in front of strangers.
Well, it's been emotional during the whole entire process. And that's one thing that I do to set myself up for success is that I have a framework of self-care, because self-care isn't just bubble baths and pedicures. Self-care is actually those really boring things like flossing your teeth and going to bed at a decent hour. And your emotional health is also very important to take care of. And if you don't have the ability to go see a counselor, whether it be, because you don't have insurance or, whatever the case may be, maybe you don't have the time, you can talk to a support group of friends on the internet. I've met so many different people that have complex PTSD. And so I make sure that I use them as a sounding board. Also, exercise is a way to cut off the edge of a lot of those emotions. But the fact of the matter is, I can't really control my emotions. That's the hallmark of being someone with complex PTSD. At times we are overwhelmed. So we've thought of that, and we're going to try to incorporate that into the show. Like, we have a go-to line and a plan in case I get overly emotional or I can't speak, or if I get broken down or something. We definitely have a plan, a safe plan.
Talking to NaomiBradshaw.com. Tracing Trauma is the segment, talking about her Fringe show coming up called Gone. Fringe Festival starts in just a couple weeks. She'll be doing the show multiple times. So if you want to catch her, you can go to fringefestivalorlando.com, I believe.
OrlandoFringe.org is the for all of the Fringe stuff, whether you get buttons or tickets to any show. At NaomiBradshaw.com, she has the specifics for times of her show with a link to get tickets to her show.
Got it. Now, has anybody tried to talk you out of this?
And why is it Jack?
I'm not trying to be an ass here. I'm just saying there are people who think they're trying to, like, if they see someone who's fragile, they will treat them with kid gloves. And sometimes that's the worst thing you can possibly do, because it just feeds into that kind of mentality. But some people don't. I mean, they would be like, it would be framed like this. I don't want you to do anything to upset yourself where you can't get beyond this. Are you sure you're okay? Have you had people reach out to make sure that you're prepared for this? Do you have friends like that?
I have a whole team in place. And that is important if you want to be successful. You set yourself up for success by making sure that you have support. You're not trying to do everything by yourself. I have Danielle Zeiss is my director, and she signed up for more than she really realized she was going to. Because not only are you helping me, write and direct a show, but also pretty much teaching me how to do it from the ground up,
Yeah,
and
kudos to you.
Down, helping me.
How many times will you rehearse this before you do it for the first night?
Well, we've had 2 rehearsals so far, and we'll have 3 more in person. But every single day, I took Ross's advice, and just every minute that I have, going over it. I have to take breaks, though. Somebody else told me you can't just study all the time.
No, you can't.
You have to do like 20 and then take a little little 10-minute break or whatever.
Yeah, you work and then you go watch a 10-minute video of goats knocking people off bicycles.
that'll work.
And then you come back and then do it again.
Yeah.
Kittens works as well.
Or maybe you study, then you make a meal, and then study, then make another meal, and then
that sounds too time consuming.
Then everyone wins.
Sure,
It's just. Oh yeah. You asked me a question about did anyone try to talk me out of it? Was that the first question? It sounded like you said that at first, and I was thinking, no, Jack wouldn't let that happen because he spent money.
Oh, Jack! How much has Jack got invested in this show? Be honest.
I'm just saying we're over budget.
You shut up. How much does Jack have invested in this show? It probably isn't enough. Let's find out where we can spend some more money and make this thing bigger and better.
Actually, I'm so lucky because several of my friends, musicians, I tried to give them money and they wouldn't take it. And so I'm going to be really pumping them up on social media and in my program, to try to pay it back because the music in this show is phenomenal.
Wow, I got to tell you.
So great.
I will tell you, this is the first time I found out it was live. I thought you were playing to a click track.
Well, it's going to be a music track, but it's all the best musicians.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and she had it all recorded for this, but it's all original music, and some of it, as she mentioned, this was on her original CD from 20 years ago when we put that out. And then she has a couple new songs that she's written since then, which were specifically for this. So, and it's all different genres. It's really cool.
Let me ask you, man. Oh, God, do I want to ask that question?
I don't know.
You could ask me anything.
No, I don't want to ask you. No, I'll move on.
Is Jack good at it?
No, stop. I would never ask that. When you
but you're thinking about it.
No. So I mean, where's the cost involved with putting this on? But seriously, where is it? I don't know.
There's an owl in the house.
Where's the cost in putting this on?
I want to help out with that question. What do you mean by where? Are you asking how much it is?
Okay, let me just hit you with this because most people are going, she sings. She has a dress that she's going to wear on stage. How much does it cost to put on a show where she sings and wears a dress?
Yeah.
Like, you don't see cost involved in a single person show because she's done all the work.
Well,
where's the cost in it? Where's
the cost really boils down to the amount of time that someone's going to be rehearsing for it.
There you go. Okay.
All right. There's a lot of hope this works work.
Right.
That's what you're going in on. Also, depending on the venue, I think your purple venue, which I think is tier 3. So then you have to, essentially rent out that theater space. But then how some people, like my brother, who makes this a full-time job, is because you get 100% of the ticket sales back.
Right, yeah.
I know, I think the highest venue that you can get for Orlando Fringe for 6 or 7 shows is like close to 2 Gs. And then all the way down to, I think, tier 4 or 5 is about $300.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so now we get an idea of the cost of it.
Yeah, and then you have anything you need for the show. You have to buy that, technical stuff. She mentioned that friends, musicians who've donated a lot of their time, but not everyone working the show is doing it for free. Some are doing it with a financial incentive.
So that click track has to have an engineer, a sound mixer.
I wasn't trying to demean it. I just, I know that when I heard live musicians, I was like, wow, that's next level because, that's a lot of work for sure. Naomi, what's your expectation there? What will make it a success for you?
To be able to articulate myself clearly and to finish the dialogue and sing the song properly.
As an entertainer, though, I mean, look, and the reason I ask that question is, as an entertainer, and again, for years you were a talented singer, had a band that played to hundreds of people every night of the week. Does that entertainer in you feel like, oh man, I got to have 60% full, or I won't feel like it's my message is being reached, or do you have a commercial aspect of this you want to succeed at?
I'm trying to look at the big picture because I believe that this message is so important that it's bigger than the Fringe Festival. I'm over the moon, thrilled beyond belief that Danielle and I have come up with such a wonderful script with such great music. And I believe that I'm going to ride this pony for a while because I think it could really be something that could expand and go beyond this and go to a higher level. So I'm not really thinking about right now and lack of anything. I'm just grateful for every single thing I have right now.
Well, the reason I ask is because my neurosis, like if this was me, regardless of what trauma it would be, my neurosis of wanting to win would step in there and trump my want to put a message out there I thought was valuable for people. Like I would be like, well, message is valuable. Yeah, I went through all this stuff, but there's a seat open. And it would drive me bat-ass crazy. Right. So I would have to figure out how to balance that want to succeed and also the want to make sure that I purged what I needed to purge for this particular show.
Well, the difference between you and I would be that I never had a dream or an idea that I could succeed. I just didn't think it was possible.
Can I tell you something, dear?
I didn't have a dream. I was just glad that I could be at the backstage and sing it with that band.
That's more common than you would ever believe. Can I tell you? I just had somebody pretty close to me tell me that they went through their entire childhood and never thought about, never dreamed of what their future would be like. They lived day to day, and it went into their adulthood, and even today, some of that still exists there, where they never, ever expected anything in life. It was just next hour, next doorway, next alarm clock hit, next clock in. That's all it was. Never dreamed of what their life would look like, down the road. And a lot of people get into that. They don't create a vision for themselves. And you hear people who are motivated and successful, say you have to really create that vision and then work toward it. And that is true in some instances. People just have a hard time believing that it could happen to them. Like it's some magical thing where some wizard comes down and just starts tapping people with a wand and saying, you're going to be successful. It's just simply not like that.
That's what makes this so special, because it's the first time in my life that I'm going to be sober and I'm going to get a chance to make my dream come true, which is to do this show. It's my dream now, and I've had this vision, and I've had a team in place to help me go towards it, and it's just an exercise that is benefiting my life on so many levels.
Well, Naomi, we always appreciate you dropping by. If you want to follow her, NaomiBradshaw.com, TracingTrauma.com, and Tracing Trauma on Facebook. You can follow her there. The blog is up. You can read it from week to week of how or month to month, how she goes, yes.
Don't forget, Recover Your Joy on TikTok.
That's right, Recover Your Joy on TikTok. And you can get tickets to the show to see your friend show where?
The show.
Yeah,
go ahead, Jack Bradshaw.
Go to NaomiBradshaw.com for everything, the blog, the link to her social media, and the link to the Fringe. You get tickets to her show. It's at the Purple Venue. Fringe starts in a couple weeks, but you can get your tickets. They're on there now at NaomiBradshaw.com.
Thanks again, Naomi. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you very much.
You got it. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey everybody, good Tuesday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center, Central Florida weather forecast update for today. Another hot steamer for you. High temps upper 80s to about 90 during peak afternoon heating. Quite humid today as well, with increasing clouds through the day, and after 2 o'clock, we're all fair game for scattered showers and storms developing. I've got coverage at about 40%. Southeast winds at 10 to 15. Tonight 67, partly cloudy, a few showers and storms before 12 a.m. Chance at 20%. We'll go 40 to 50% of the coverage for rain on your Wednesday. Tomorrow, hot highs near 89 and 92. Mainly dry Thursday. Rain chance on Cinco de Mayo at around 10%. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Have a good one. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Try a toasted cheesesteak, mouth-watering meatball, or classic Italian hoagie. Now you can add fresh mozzarella to any hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
As a rental property owner, you know and already do a lot of things yourself, but there are 2 things you can't do unless you hire the Realty Medics. Get real-time information on your properties and get an entire year's worth of rent up front. Yeah, Only the Realty Medics offers upfront rent. You can get a year's worth paid upfront. That puts $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket fast. But not only that, only the Realty Medics has the Property Performance Dashboard, where you can track showings and applications, work orders and property inspections, and so much more. Just 2 more reasons why the Realty Medics are the highest rated and most reviewed property management company in Central Florida, with over 1,400 properties under their management. And take just 5 minutes on the RealtyMedics.com to see how they've made DIY landlording obsolete. And for a limited time, they'll even give you 2 months of management free when you use promo code FREE1041. Again, that's the RealtyMedics.com, promo code FREE1041.
Navy Federal Credit Union, how may I help you?
Hi, my name's Kevin. I'm active duty military, so I'm trying to figure out my options while I'm stationed here.
Hey, Kevin, sure thing. Navy Federal is celebrating Military Appreciation Month, so you called the right place. With our member-exclusive deals tailored to the military community, you can earn more with a savings rate that's more than 3 times the industry average.
Wow, I guess you could say it's like a match made for Kevin. Get it?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Very good.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we understand our members better than anyone. That's why we've made it our mission to help military members, veterans, and their families for over 85 years. During Military Appreciation Month, we're celebrating the commitment that connects us. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/celebrate. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Value claim based on Navy Federal's 2020 member give-back study.
Inflation is running high. Who knows when it'll level out? That's why you got to buy your windows and doors right now at FAS and lock in your price. The largest window and door showroom in all of Central Florida. 38 unique windows on display, ready for you to operate. And these windows and doors are built with impact-resistant glass that gives security, noise reduction, and maximum efficiency. Not to mention they have a full selection of hurricane windows and doors as well. And as always, estimates are free at FAS. And the cool thing is the estimators give you plenty of options as well. All products have a lifetime warranty. And if you act right now, how about rebates of $55 per window, $95 per door. No money down, no interest, no payments, available for 12 months. Their showroom's super easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4. It's FAS Windows and Doors. Log on today and book your appointment at FASWD.com.
Do you like no-filter, full flavors? The makers of Smirnoff Ice got you covered. Smirnoff Ice Smash is a collision of delicious fruit flavors, like strawberry and lemon, peach and mango, or pineapple and coconut. It's a premium malt beverage, 8% alcohol by volume, and you can get it in both 16 and 24-ounce cans. If you want a no-filter, full-flavor option to start off your weekend, pick up a Smirnoff Ice Smash at your local store today. Smirnoff Ice Smash, bold flavor for the people. Please drink responsibly.
Owning a business comes with pressure. There's a limit to what I can do and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work to help me with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance, while giving my employees competitive benefit options. And because I'm able to focus on other priorities, my employees can thrive and my business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Here's the deal. I've had constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating for years. I've tried a lot of laxatives and fiber supplements, but my symptoms keep coming back.
You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
You know you're going to waste part of your day on social media, so why not waste it with us? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm just throwing this out. Yeah, it'll be the first Mother's Day as well as your mom not having our mom. Maybe we should start a We Lost Our Mom club, smoking cigars, drinking, slamming, talking about mom and what she did and what she should have done and what I did wrong. You too, Jack. Sorry, bro. Man, but just keep moving on one step at a time. This sucks, right, bro? Oh, sucks.
Call me crazy here, but I think we just stumbled on $1 million business.
I've already booked Jimmy for...
Okay. Crazy.
I think the Lost
He said,
Mom...
call me crazy. So I did.
I think the Lost Mom Club
Lost
has...
Moms Club?
I think it's got legs.
LMC, baby. Oh, my God. That's a T-shirt.
All day, air day.
Yeah. Shoot the Gap, Lost Moms Club. Ghost
Kathy Badgett will kill you.
Yeah. Kathy Badgett will kill you.
And I'm kind of in the club. I know that my mom is alive, but my mom is not a mom. She's a dad. She's pretty dad-like.
It's a hot take, bro.
It's a hot take that I can say.
I mean, have you said that to your mom before?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, are you kidding?
No.
You said that to your mother?
That my mom has heavy dad vibes far more than mom vibes? I think she might take it as a compliment.
What did she say?
She might look at me and go, yeah, bro.
And then dead arm you.
Shut up and hand me the whiskey.
Yeah. She's coming down here in June.
Is she really?
Yeah.
For what?
There's 2 things that she wants to do.
Which is?
Both of them you can help me out with.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't expecting to start this segment like this. She wants to sit in on a radio show.
That is a done deal. That's autopilot.
Yeah.
I'd probably hire her.
I mean, she's good for a segment or 2. I'm worried for the whole thing.
Okay, well, we'll just play it by ear.
And then she also wants to go to Kennedy Space Center.
Oh, yeah, we can do that for sure.
Yeah.
We can do all of that. We can facilitate that for sure.
But
they
yeah.
love us over there. We love them. I think we're going to be over there soon, too. So
that's the plan.
Mom's got dad vibes.
Very good. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here. Deb literally cannot believe you're saying that out loud.
It's not that bad.
It's
maybe it's way too honest.
It's a little. It could be considered a tad bit disrespectful.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do this Sunday?
I'm going.
By the way, it's Mother's Day.
Yeah, I'm going to celebrate Mother's Day, but I'm also going to give her gifts, and I'm going to go. I mean, come on.
What do you give? What do you give a mom who gives off dad vibes for Mother's Day?
Power tools.
I usually get her massages.
Massages?
Yeah, I get her a lot of foot rubs.
Really?
Yeah, from somebody else. I'm done. I cashed out.
Yeah.
You
don't have to do that anymore.
I'm not rubbing. I'm not looking at them bunions.
Yeah, no more.
Anytime soon.
All done with that, huh?
I've never seen a bunion like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just put in its 2 weeks notice a long time ago.
You shouldn't do this. This is your mother, man.
Yeah.
You should not be saying things like this about your mom on the air.
You know what she said about me.
Yeah.
Also on air.
She's your mother.
Yeah,
that's different.
But kind of.
And not your dad.
What do you mean, kind of?
Oh, boy.
This is making me a little uncomfortable, buddy. I'm going to be dead honest with you. It's making me uncomfortable.
She's got heavy dad vibes.
Okay, but you know what? She provides you with sustenance as a child and got you to adulthood successfully without death.
Absolutely.
You owe her respect for that.
And I mean,
you're not showing a lot of it. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, I love my mom.
Yeah, can I tell you? Nothing you're doing right now really tells me that.
I love my dad.
Okay. He's dead.
No.
Damn.
I was talking about my mom.
Oh.
So my mom is my dad, and my dad is a cautionary tale.
No, your mom is not your dad. Your mother is your mother. If she doesn't have a gigantic feminine vibe, it doesn't mean she's dad now. She just doesn't have a real super feminine vibe.
Jim, I once saw my mom throw a bowling ball, and it was an 11-pounder, which isn't big, but it's also, not 6 or 7. She chucked this ball with so much just aggressive
force,
just so much force. She got a strike. She turned to me and said, "Oh yeah, suck it." I feel very comfortable with my position. My mom.
Did she grab herself while doing that?
Yeah. She grabbed herself, moonwalked.
Did she adjust?
Did she fill up a palm?
Kind of, swung one leg around.
Yeah. Did she MJ? Hee.
Yeah. I mean, she's just
she's a little rough around the edges.
Does she walk up to her boys? Nut check.
I think she may have. I know she was a dead arm lady.
Yeah.
She was a big fan of.
She's a straight shooter.
Straight shooter.
She's a straight shooter.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Your dad would be considered a straight shooter.
My dad is a straight shooter.
That's a conversation that should
maybe.
happen.
Oh, my father and your mom talking would be a who you ute.
Well, hold on here.
Nope. No.
He's married.
But your dad's married?
Yeah, 40 plus years, buddy.
All right, well, never mind.
Yeah. He's been married a long time.
My mom has not.
She has not. Has she had a male suitor since your father's passing?
Oh, I like that. Suitor.
Has she had a beau?
Wadsworth.
Has she had a doting beau?
No.
Has she had a booty?
And I've always wanted my mom to get hook up with a dude.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You try to set her up?
No. I think my mom may have retired. I think her jersey's up in the rafters.
Oh, yeah?
Dude.
What are you laughing at, buddy?
I'm just
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at that I need to start saying that way more.
You don't need to say that way more. How does your brother feel about the way you speak about your mom?
Oh, my brother, this is where I got it from. It's a direct quote from my
Your
from
brother
my
feels the same way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it live on air. I'll call.
No. I'm not
going
to be a part of that. I'm not being a part of that. There's no
you can
way.
be a part of that.
I don't want to be a part of it because it's disrespectful.
Well, you're invited.
Next month she'll be on the show.
Next month she'll be on the show.
If she comes in, you have to promise me not to do that. And I'm being serious.
To say that she has dad vibes?
Look at me in my eyes. I'm being serious. You can't do that while I'm in here. You can't talk to your mom like that while I'm around.
But me and my mom are boys.
Yeah. No, you can't say that. Your mom shouldn't be your boy.
Oh, my mom's a dog. She's
your mom is
sick.
Shouldn't be your sick dog or your boy. Or your homie. None of these. You shouldn't throw up daps or high five. That's your mother.
She taught me how to dap. She was the first
dapper.
Yeah, she was the first nuck.
All right. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
By the way, there is a picture of your. Yesterday, I asked you whether there's a resemblance to you and your dad.
Deb saw the picture. What do you think, Deborah?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But that's also a look on a man's face, even at 81, that I would not want to piss off. No.
I've seen that one a couple times. Even that's the happy face, by the way.
Oh, yay.
That's up at JimColbertLive.com if you ever want to see what my old man looks like. You know, we've talked about him in there quite a bit. His 81st birthday was this past Saturday up in Bartow, or down in Bartow. We went down to check out, see him and say hey and have some barbecue and talk for a couple hours. And I've talked about him on the air for years. I don't know that I've ever put a picture of my father up in 30 years of being on the air. Wow. I don't think I ever have. So it'll be the first time you can see him. And just that look is exactly what I remember all my life. Exactly like that.
I'm looking at I can't find it. I'm seeing with you and like your brother.
Oh, he's not wrong.
I'll be in there in a minute. We can talk about it.
You can see the resemblance to your dad.
We'll talk about that when I get back. If you can still talk when we get back.
Ow.
Oh, wait till I talk to your dad about this.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Heavy traffic on I-4 continues westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. It's also slow between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, as well as between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Eastbound steady coming out of Polk County from U.S. Highway 27 to Osceola Polk Line Road, and then again between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. The 408 up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Try a toasted cheesesteak, mouth-watering meatball, or classic Italian hoagie. Now you can add fresh mozzarella to any hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
Man, join me Saturday for one of the biggest parties of the entire year. It's called Derby Days at Ember, downtown Orlando. 15th annual Derby Day, brought to you by Loyal Source. And what a party it is. Welcome to Open Doors, 3:30. It is one price. You get in and let it roll. Drinking and food all day long, mint juleps, raffle prizes, contests, music, dancing, and we get to watch the Kentucky Derby. Live auction items, all the food and drinks you desire, best dressed couple contest, best hat contest. It's always a blast. I'll be there with my buddy Johnny Magic from XL 106.7, and hundreds of people having an absolute wonderful time. Get your tickets right now and join me Saturday at DerbyDayOrlando.com.
At International Diamond Center, family is one of our core values. And no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. In addition to an expanded selection of affordable and timeless gifts of jewelry, with any jewelry purchase for Mother's Day, we're providing that little extra something, a $50 Sephora gift card. Mom can use it to treat herself to her favorite luxury Sephora brand fragrance, makeup, or skincare product. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a beautiful eternity band, a pair of diamond earrings, a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a designer necklace. Get Mom a meaningful piece of jewelry that she'll treasure or cherish for years, and we'll throw in the Sephora gift card as an added treat. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
Yeah, no secret that DIY security systems are a joke. No self-respecting crook pays attention to them. Most cops don't either. Most national alarm companies aren't much better, but they do charge more. Good thing about SafeTouch security systems, they are the most advanced systems offered on the market. Starts out with that SafeTouch system being professionally designed using layers of protection. They begin with the SafeTouch yard sign. That represents the only guaranteed response in the industry. Not to mention the next layer of defense, perimeter guard cameras using analytics and text video notification, alerting you before the crime actually happens, and 24/7 onboard video storage. That same camera also tells criminals they've been detected and they're being recorded, but it doesn't stop there. SafeTouch Always On feature means if anyone tries to violate your area of protection, SafeTouch is notified before they even enter the house. They call it their dome of protection. But if someone does get in, the SafeTouch two-way communicator has them in an average of 11 seconds, eliminating the need to call for verification and sending emergency help immediately. All professionally installed by its highly trained pros and the SafeTouch UL Monitoring Center right here in Orlando. And all of this costs way less than you think. Call 888-723-8682. Get that free estimate and demo today, or visit safetouch.com. State license EF233.
Cars are one of our top monthly expenses. Maintenance, insurance, gas, and of course, the car loan payment. Most of you, like me, probably think you've got a great interest rate, right? But you probably are overpaying. There's a Consumer Report study that says most people are paying too much for their car loans. And that's where Upstart comes in. Borrowers save an average of $80 every month by refinancing at a lower interest rate. Yes, you heard me correctly, $80 a month. That's almost $1,000 a year, and I know I could use that. I could, get some extra shoes or something. So go to upstart.com/auto to check your rate. It's super quick, easy, and it will not impact your credit score. Monthly savings are estimated based on all people who were approved for a car loan through Upstart and accepted their final terms. Upstart has helped thousands of borrowers across the country get better interest rates on their car loans. Check your rate today and see how much you can save. Visit upstart.com/auto. That's upstart.com/auto.
Summertime in the living will really be easy with an outdoor kitchen from S&W Kitchen. Choose S&W and you'll know that better living begins at home. Transform your backyard with an outdoor kitchen from S&W. You'll be amazed you live this long without one. S&W also offers easy financing and design options for every style and budget. Go to SNWkitchens.com to set up a free consultation with their award-winning designers. That's SNWkitchens.com.
Now through May 10th, join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness for $1 down and only $10 a month. With tons of equipment and free fitness training, it's the perfect place for everybody to work out.
Even me, Mr. I can't sleep at night, so I keep dozing off during the day.
Especially you, Snoozy. You'll rest easier and feel fit-tacular.
Wait, how did you get in here?
Join in club or at planetfitness.com. $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends May 10th. See club for details.
Spectrum is America's leading internet provider, delivering ultra-fast gig speeds you need on the high-performance network you want. And Spectrum's advanced home Wi-Fi is security made simple, automatically blocking outside threats, along with 99.9% network reliability. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer, and more reliably with Spectrum Internet. Get 200 megabits per second
second for only $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com today for details. Based on internet subscribers among top internet service providers. Restrictions apply.
Sometimes the injury happens in a second, but sometimes it's as a result of the same motion over and over for many years. Let our team of lawyers take a look at your workers' compensation case. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
How does reading make you, you?
With books like Super Fly Guy, I can be a pilot going from place to place.
And in Satellite Space Mission, I can be an astronaut exploring outer space.
Let's Talk Soccer makes me want to compete. And with books like I'm Enough, I know I'm complete.
Our at-home reading program helps kids read on grade level. Enroll at newworldsreading.com.
Divorce? Call Trenley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
So my boys and I are the same way. We're like buds. Just like when my boy first moved to California, he said he went to San Francisco and found a store that is totally dedicated to me. He said everything in the store says crazy bitch. That's just how we roll. So Ross, it's okay.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Bye.
No. Don't make me correct you right here. Hey, Trek, what up?
Yeah, but that's not.
Oh.
That's not.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. I don't say the B word. Not to my mother. That's a mom. That's not wife, husband. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031.
Father, daughter.
Your 5 o'clock keyword is money, MONEY. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000. I got some guests coming up here at about 5:20 to talk about the Derby Day coming up. Really excited about that.
You're going shopping tomorrow, though.
Brian Moore and Judy are going to join us to talk about the big event. Yeah, I got to go get some clothes. My wife is doing it up real big.
Yeah?
Yeah. She's going for a famous look, so we'll see if she can pull it off.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Dressing
up is so much fun.
It is fun. I love it.
I hate the amount of effort and work it takes, but when you are in the outfit and you're dressed up, costumes, so much fun.
Says the guy whose fiance does all that work, and all he has to do is wear the costume. Oh, wait, no. All he has to do is complain about how hard she's working on it and then wear the costume.
Right, yeah.
And by the way, look fantastic.
Oh, yes, unbelievable.
As a couple, their last Halloween.
Oh, just unbelievable.
Vision and Wanda.
Oh, unbelievably good. By the way,
good.
What are you doing Saturday? Are you doing stand-up?
Yeah, I'm doing stand-up
You're
Friday.
on New Smyrna, yeah.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday night. Madcaps Comedy, New Smyrna.
Yeah. Is what he said during the break true?
That is 1,000% true.
I don't understand that. I'm going to be dead honest with you. Well, I don't get that. And look, this is a generational thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Ross is 20 years younger than me, and we were brought up differently. And just with this last segment about the way you talk about your mom and the way that woman just said, oh, no, my kids calls me crazy bitch all the time. I'm like, nope. Nope. You don't call mom bitch in any way, shape, or form for a joke or not a joke.
Look at that. We can agree on that. I don't think I've ever called my mom that.
Right. Okay, good. That's fine. Even jokingly, I just don't think that's a good word to use, right?
Yeah, no.
It just sets a tone I don't think is productive.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened during the break?
I called up my mom because I was like, you got me second questioning myself.
Okay, so you and this happens a lot. After we talk about your mom, you end up calling her during the break.
Yeah, I called her up and I was
She's in Arizona.
And I told her, I said, hey, just wondering, if you're offended by me saying that you have more dad vibes than mom vibes?
Okay.
And then she went, I think I'm pretty close to 50-50.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But still, even at 50-50, why would you even push that?
And then Ross went, meh. I think it's more 70-30.
And then what happened?
He did say that, as a
Did
matter
he
of
really?
fact. Exactly.
I said, I guess 70-30
He goes, and
in the
then
beginning.
she said, I think it's more 50-50. But he didn't say, that she's not like a mom, she's more like a dad.
And she had to wear both hats. So
Yeah,
the 50-50 thing actually applies.
And that's exactly what she said. She was a single parent,
That's
and
right.
she had to do both jobs.
Not that Ross
Credit
respects
to
that.
her. Yeah, but Ross didn't tell her. Ross didn't tell her she was on speakerphone.
You're on speaker.
So I felt a little uncomfortable because I'm listening to this and she doesn't know I'm listening to it.
Oh, Ross.
I can't leave
Well,
because
that's-
you guys are doing your spots.
You can't do that, man.
this
What
is
are
a-
you do-
Look,
what are
you got
doing,
Jack
She
man?
starts
picking.
talking about personal stuff.
Stop picking,
I
Jack.
can't stop because I'm a little anxious now.
What happened? What was she talking about?
Why do you do that, man?
Okay.
Why do you do that to your
She-
mom? Your mom's a sweet woman and does nothing but help you. And why wouldn't you tell her she's on speaker? Dude, that's like criminal.
She was talking about a medical procedure.
Oh,
I feel like we violated HIPAA laws.
What was she talking about?
Ross?
Okay, look, guess what? Good news, guys. I also have a line, and this is it.
What's the line? That you don't want to talk about what was said on speakerphone that you had no problem sharing with Jack?
First of all, Jack had already established that he was on that phone call prior of said personal thing that she just, you know.
None of that what you just said doesn't make any sense.
No.
Jack had established that he was listening
Okay.
before
He
she
don't-
dropped.
No.
He doesn't have a choice. You put her on speakerphone in a room that only two of you are in.
And it's not Jack's choice. You should have told your mom, hey, Mom, you're on speaker.
She should know.
Yeah, and
No, you don't get to dump that because I can say it again right now.
Well, you can't. I did dump it because that shouldn't be my decision to reveal that piece of information.
yeah, I know.
That
And
should be Ross's information.
The fact that she did start talking about a medical thing while you're on the speakerphone with her.
yeah.
And what was it?
She came in hot. That's my line. I'm not gonna dive into my mom's medical stuff.
Oh, that's too far?
Yeah,
That's too far.
that is too
You
far.
putting her on speaker without her knowledge of it and then sharing stuff with her without telling her
Compared.
and then calling her dad and then now all of a sudden this is too far?
compared
Compared to what?
than saying my mom's medical stuff on air. Easy question. That's not even close. My mom loves Jack.
Do you think your mother would have told you that information had she known Jack was listening?
1000% yes.
No chance at all.
I feel very confident. I exaggerated. I would say 92%.
You felt it so necessary to call her and ask her if it was okay if you call her dad.
I don't call her dad.
And now you called her that.
I said she has.
I mean, do we need to go any farther?
That really sounds like a checkmate point for me.
Yeah. That's as Freudian as it gets.
I said that she just has dad vibes.
Right.
And I think she has more dad vibes than mom vibes.
So you're calling her dad, basically.
I think that I'm not. I'm saying that I know my mom's a woman. I know she's a powerful woman. I also think that this woman has some dad vibes. This mom has some dad vibes. And that's completely fine. I love my mom's dad vibes.
Let me ask you. Is what Jack heard personal?
Yes.
Then why wouldn't you tell her that you're on speaker? Do you understand how gauche that is, man?
I mean, it's definitely personal, which is why I don't want to say it on air. But, having Jack find out, even though...
You could call your mom right now and tell her that... And does she know that Jack heard all of that?
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah.
How does she know?
Now she does, because we were like, he was halfway through the call and he's like, oh, finally I said something and he's like, oh, by the way, Jack's here.
What was her response?
Oh, hi, Jack.
Yeah. It was, hi, Jack. Hey, Jack. My mom loves us. All three of you guys. My mom loves Jim, Deb, Jack.
She probably loves us more than you, buddy.
There's a strong chance.
We treat her with more respect than you do. And it's Mother's Day week. That's the part I don't get. What are you getting her?
Which puts me in a weird situation.
What are you getting her? Some work boots?
Because do I celebrate Mother's Day or am I going Father's Day?
You celebrate Mother's Day because she's your mother.
I'm joking there.
Are you?
I feel rough about that.
Who knows
one.
anymore?
I always get her the same thing for Mother's Day.
Which is?
Massage. She loves it.
She just buy her one in Phoenix or where she is?
He goes there and he gives her a foot massage.
No way that's happening.
Here's the cream.
Oh, God. So much cream. So much avocado cream that I just used to... She used to ask me to pull off her socks in a very specific way.
Oh, my God. What?
Yeah.
God almighty.
Come on, guys. Everybody has some mom-isms.
Tell us more, Ross.
I would have to slowly pull the sock off.
This is too much.
Now we know where he gets his thing for socks.
This is too much.
Now we know.
This is Mother's Day week. This is too much.
Hush you.
And then
so how would you take the sock off?
I had to slowly pull it, but also with a lot of force, but I would have to press down as I was pulling off the socks so it stretched the top of her foot. And then she would moan and groan because that's how mothers like their socks taken off.
Are you hearing yourself talk with this music in the background? and then you realize how completely insane you sound? Is that what's happening right now? There she is now.
You guys have rubbed a mom's foot.
Is she on the phone?
Strip it off. Oh,
there
yeah.
she is.
Oh, she just took off those Wolverine work boots.
Oh.
Get the cream.
Yeah, a lot of cream. God bless my brother. He did a lot of foot rubbing.
Oh yeah,
I kept doing
that. Explains some things.
I kept it with my technique of doing it poorly, so she wouldn't have to ask.
Right.
And that really
the old sabotage theory.
Yeah, that kept going until about the first year in my relationship.
Oh,
and so my fiance was like, "I know what you're doing.
Oh
Stop
man,
purposely sucking at things."
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back with the guys from Derby Days Orlando next.
It's back. The 31st Annual Orlando Fringe Theater Festival, May 17th through the 30th at Lock Haven Park. Got your button yet? Tickets and buttons available now at orlandofringe.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
We're still seeing our heaviest traffic heading west on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. It's still a steady ride between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, as well as between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Eastbound steady between U.S. Highway 27 out of Polk County up to Osceola Polkline Road, and also between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by COVIDclinic.org. No trip planning is complete without a visit to COVID Clinic. With multiple locations, there's one nearby with the quick and convenient patient testing you need to keep everyone around you safe. Find a location in your area at COVIDclinic.org.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of running your business? You know, there's a limit to what you can do and still keep employees engaged. Insperity can help. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work, helping you with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving your employees competitive benefit options. And because you're able to focus on other priorities, your employees can thrive and your business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology, it's Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
At 7-Eleven, 6 days of coffee equals a 7th cup free when you scan the 7-Eleven app. Drink coffee twice a day, that's 2 free a week. Math tastes good. 7-Eleven, you brew you. Terms and conditions apply. See 7-Eleven.com for more details.
O'Reilly. Improve your gas mileage and save money with Fuel System Cleaner from O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Cleaner for just $10. Plus, earn double O Rewards points and get your next reward even faster. For a clean, lubricated, more efficient fuel system, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You want to save energy, water, and money, but don't know where to begin? It's easier than you think, and OUC is here to help every step of the way. With 16 different residential rebates, from ceiling insulation and duct repair to solar thermal water heaters, you can save hundreds. So invest in energy and water efficiency and see the savings you can generate. Visit ouc.com/ways to save. Do it today. That's ouc.com/ways to save.
You know, living in Florida, cooling costs can drive up your electric bill every month. Not to mention the impact of harmful UV rays coming in your home through your windows. That's no good. My friends at FHIA Remodeling, they want to help. They've been helping homeowners replace windows for over 15 years, and they get the job done right. With factory-certified installers, it's a quick in-and-out, no-mess job. Most installs, they can take as little as 1 to 2 days, and that's why so many homeowners have chosen FHIA and recommended them to friends and family. And right now, they got a great deal going on for the month of May. $1,500 off a house full of windows with no money down, no payments or interest for 18 months. How do you get started, you ask? Well, just text LANE to 95,000. Schedule a risk-free in-home consultation. They can even be at your home within 24 hours. And the first 10 people to text will get a free upgrade to Solar Max Glass, which will save you money on your energy bills. So that's LANE. You text that to 95000 for this exclusive offer from FHIA Remodeling. And check out their website for 5-star reviews and real before and after images at FHIARemodeling.com.
Steve Kramer here with a divorce tip. Inheritance isn't a marital asset unless you handle the money wrong or your divorce wrong. Then you can lose it to your ex. Call Trenley and Kramer, TK Law. We do divorce. One firm for life.
You've trusted Cars for Kids with your car donations for over 2 decades. Now Cars for Kids can help with your property donations too. If you're spending money on a property you don't use or hassling with out-of-state properties, donate to Cars for Kids instead. It's simple and easy. They will take over all taxes, maintenance, and insurance obligations. Best of all, you'll receive a tax deduction for the full appraised value of your property. To donate, visit carsforkidsrealestate.org or call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS today to learn more. That's CARS with a K.
Were you hurt in a vehicle and want compensation? When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Did an accident leave you in need of representation? When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
You get to hear your favorite podcast hosts talk. But now, for the first time ever, they get to hear you. Thanks to the new TalkBack mic on the free iHeart app. Here's how to do it. Simply tap the red TalkBack mic on the player screen of the app to send your voice message. Let your favorite podcast know what you thought about the latest episode. Ask and answer questions from the podcast, comment on topics, or just say hi and let them know where you listen. Hello! Easy, right? Talk back to your favorite podcasts with the TalkBack mic on the free iHeart app. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Your 5 o'clock keyword is money, M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at winning $1,000. Monsters had another winner this morning, so we need to catch up. Go get that money, guys. Again, your 5 o'clock keyword is money. Good luck. We hope you win. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Big day coming up Saturday, the 15th annual Derby Day party brought to you by Loyal Source, raising money for PAL. We'll tell you all about that in a couple of seconds. Let's invite a couple of our guests in. I know that we're having Brian is having some difficulties getting in, but let's go ahead and talk to Judy Samuels. How you doing, Judy? Good to see you.
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Good to see you.
Happy to be here.
You are. I mean, your title is interesting, and I've obviously met with you a number of times because as we MC the gig, and it's a wonderful time. Autism Disorder Specialist Program Manager. What is that?
That's right. That's a little bit of everything. I just do whatever I have to do. But basically, what I do is design and develop programs for individuals that are registered with the UCF Center for Autism and Related Disabilities. Mouthful, we call it CARD, UCF CARD. We now are servicing over 18,000 individuals there, and that's what this event is all about. But Loyal Source has just been a great source for us for the last 15 years. So they started out 15 years ago. It was just to support a summer camp that we do. And now they're supporting, we run 85, 90 different social enhancement programs, community programs, didactic programs for these 18,000 individuals.
Judy, by the way, Judy Samuels is with us here. Judy, and we're promoting the big event coming up Saturday at Ember downtown. It's called Derby Day Orlando, brought to you by Loyal Source. It is just a massive, blown out, over the top Kentucky Derby party that is so much fun. It is a lot of fun. These guys do a very good job of setting this up, giving you your money's worth. Matter of fact, I think you get more than your money's worth. It's once you pay to get in, all you can eat, all you can drink, prizes, 50-50 raffle drawings, costume contest, hat contest, never-ending music, and of course the horse race with some other stuff happening. Just an absolute blast. Let me ask you, Judy, do you feel that do you find that people that really get involved with raising money for autism and autism-related diseases or disorders, that they have to have someone close to them that has experienced autism? Is that the case?
No, it's really not, but now it's so common because 1 out of 44 individuals are being diagnosed with autism. So almost everybody you stop and you speak to, I feel wherever in my life I go, autism follows me. There's either a kid next to me or, when I'm in Paris on a train, I run into a child, with autism. So I think that everybody knows a little bit about it and they want to get involved and help. I think in general, our society is good and everybody wants to make a difference. And if they can have fun in doing it, which is what this event is all about. So, it's a great deal for all of us coming in.
Yeah, for sure. Because, we do raise thousands of dollars. And, of course, every dollar helps. Explain to everybody, when you raise money for something like autism, it seems like, when you hear American Cancer Society, it's almost like you're throwing money into a giant pit. But when you raise money for PAL here in Orlando, where does that money go? What does it actually do?
Great question, Jim. And that's what we're super proud of. And I think that's what Loyal Source stands way behind, is the fact that all the money that we raise stays right here in Central Florida. So those 18,000 families that I told you, they're in Orange, Seminole, Osceola, Volusia, Sumter, Lake, and Orange County. So the money stays right here and it goes right back into our families and our programs that we provide for the individuals.
And those resources could be everything from therapies to just rides, other resources that parents have, because autism, of course, carries a number of spectrums. Obviously, you can be very highly functional and you could be non-functional and everything in between. So you need resources for all of those. By the way, I want to welcome to the show Brian Moore. He's the CEO of Loyal Source and the major sponsor that helps us get this thing off the ground. Brian, good seeing you, buddy. And thanks for joining us, man.
Good to see you too, Jim. Sorry about the delay. I had some computer issues, as you may have seen me fumbling around.
You're just popping in and out like a ghost. It's fine. We don't mind.
Happens to Jimmy every day.
Right. But,
she laughed at you.
Everybody enjoyed that.
The great thing about this event is when we meet with the board every year to create this event, myself and Johnny Magic, and of course everybody who's involved, the people from Ember. Pete couldn't join us today, but he would usually be here. The number one thing is, how do we maximize the ability to raise money for this organization? How do we get people to have a good time, but while they're having a good time, dig into their pockets, pull out some money and make this happen for these kids and for the people who need this? And Brian, why is this so important to you? You've been supporting this for a long time.
Yeah, really good question, Jim. About, just over 15 years ago, my sister-in-law is a behavioral specialist and does a lot of work in Central Florida, and went out and volunteered at the Special Olympics on a weekend and just saw that the community was in need of support. And myself and my brother-in-law put our heads together and decided, hey, how do we help? And we came up with the idea of, let's throw a big party around the Kentucky Derby and have a great time for a great cause. And it really caught fire. And here we are, 15 years later, a venue that, we'll have, close to 1,000 people this year. And it's a heck of a time. And, it's just like Judy was saying, it's fantastic knowing that all the dollars raised, sit right here in the Central Florida community, and you can really see all the money at work.
I got a buddy named Cliff Kresge who played the tour for a while. I have a thing called Kresge's Crew because his son is a highly functional autistic. And I know that Ernie Els here in Central Florida, another PGA Tour player for years, his son or one or two of his children are autistic, and he has been raising money for years as well. It's funny. I hate to say, because the word sounds trivial. I don't mean to say that, but autism has really kind of gained light over the last 10 or 15 years. People are paying more attention to it. Of course, when you see those numbers going up, the number you just mentioned, somebody just texted in and said, what, 2%?
Well, yeah.
That's a staggering number.
It used to be 1 in every 150 children,
right.
And over the years, those numbers continue to drop, and yet medical professionals cannot tell you the reason behind it. They still haven't determined if it's nature or nurture. So for prospective parents and other family members, you're left with a diagnosis without really any understanding of what it is you're up against.
I mean, wouldn't the numbers go up? I'm underneath the impression that numbers have gone up because of our definition of what autism is and what it looks like has changed to a broader spectrum.
There have in some cases, but if you remember, Doug Flutie's son is, also autistic, and back when he was, first being on the box of Wheaties, it didn't have the gravitas that it does when all of a sudden celebrities' children are being born with autism and lawmakers' children, our grandchildren are being born with autism. It puts autism on the map because, unfortunately, with it being in my family and knowing how expensive it is, it's not a disease that kills. So it doesn't get the money that the American Cancer Society gets because there's no end game for insurance companies and for the family cost of what they're looking at.
It's a lifelong thing.
Oh, my God. And 9 times out of 10, thanks to Judith and Mr. Moore for doing what you're doing, because families can't afford a lot of these. There's occupational therapy, speech therapy. I mean, the list of therapies alone, then there's the other medical issues that come along with it, the behavioral issues that come along with it. All of that takes money to try to just control and live with.
Speaking of that, Judy, what is the most misunderstood thing about autism as you deal with this and deal with people who are, trying to make things better for it? What do you think the singular most misunderstood thing is about it?
I think it is, that they're not friendly or they're not affectionate is one of the most misunderstood things. And the other biggest thing, that's not thought about is that they grow up. I mean, we focus so much on early intervention and putting that they grow up. We still need to do more. And, it's like Deborah just mentioned, it's a lifelong, it's lifetime that we're doing it. And the cost is crazy.
And Judith, to that end, I wanted to ask, because both of my nephews are autistic, low functioning. And one, just turned 27 years old. The other is going to be turning 13. And I've learned a lot with what my brother and sister-in-law have had to go through, everything from getting power of attorney so that you can continue to go to your child's doctor's appointments because
and they're adults now, right?
Because they're adults. And if you don't have that established before they turn 18, you have no legal recourse. They're adults now. So what programs do you offer families that may be listening and didn't know you were out there?
For the adults, we offer for everybody, all ages from birth to death, so it doesn't matter. And the cool thing is with the Card Center, is once you're registered, which is free, they can stay with that one service provider for support and services. So we can help find them for housing if they're looking for, help them get through the guardianship process, because that's very difficult. And a lot of families don't even realize by law you have to do this. It's not just saying I'm the parent, I can do this. So we can help with whatever the needs are really of that individual family. We can help guide them, support them, and get them going into the right direction. And we also provide adult community programs on a regular basis. Every week they're out in the community doing different things. We're finding jobs for them. We're working with training employees how to best support them at their job, because there's no reason that many of our individuals, regardless where they are on the spectrum, aren't working.
Right. By the way, Judith is with Providing Autism Links and Support. And that's one of the big programs that we're funding with this money that we're raising, along with CEO Brian Moore. Now, Brian, I know that we're at the party on Saturday. It starts at 3:30 for the VIPs, 4:00 for 3:30 for the GA. I think 3:00 for the VIPs. They get an extra hour. Mint juleps, raffle prizes, contest, music, dancing, viewing of the Kentucky Derby. We were out there last year or year before having a blast. What's your favorite part of the party, man?
I would say that my favorite part is, watching everybody have an opportunity to cut loose for the day. The girls show up in the sundresses and the big hats, and the guys dress to the theme. And it really is a great celebration of the Kentucky Derby. And it's just for such a great cause. It honestly is. It's one of the best days of the year, Jim. And I'd say really it's the atmosphere. That's my favorite part of it.
I would agree with that 100%. I will tell you this, sometimes you'll hear about parties like, oh yeah, it's a costume party, and about 20% of the people will show up, they'll be in costume. Everybody else will consider themselves too cool to do that. Everybody's been to those parties, right?
Those parties.
That does not work here. This does not happen here. Everybody who shows up at this party is dying to look as old as they can. I mean, they are dying to wear I'm telling you guys, when you see the hats that these women create, it takes them months to build these hats and these outfits. This is a thing, dude. This is a vibe. And when you get in that joint, you're like, wow, man, it's so cool to see everybody so invested into the theme and the party to have a good time. There's no airs, man. Nobody's freaking out about looking dumb. I was there in seersucker shorts and a hat and a coat last year. I mean, it's just.
I saw Judith kind of
how many mint juleps?
I look nice.
How many mint juleps?
How many are there?
Yeah.
We have as many as we possibly can. And when you get your ticket, by the way, DerbyDayOrlando.com, you can easily get your tickets right there, VIP or GA. I would get the VIP if you want to do that as quickly as possible. Those usually sell out quickly. And that event is set up, VIP tent has all kinds of other stuff. We see the race, we party down, we have a good time, and let the thing go, man. It's a good time.
And raise money for a great cause.
Absolutely.
Take care of members of our community.
Anything else you guys want to add as we kind of get ready to get down on Saturday?
Just, all in all, thank you to all of our supporters from over the years. We have an awesome following. And this year, we're very proud to say that we believe the Derby Day weekend will raise over $300,000 this year. So we're breaking records in very big ways because of all of the community support and everybody out there. So, can't thank everybody enough, and really looking forward to an awesome weekend.
And you guys do put on a great time. And it would be remiss to not mention Doug from Ember, because he's at all these meetings and really extends his staff out there, Doug and Pete, to do a good job bringing not only great food, but keeping the drinks flowing, keeping the vibe high, making sure everybody's there to have a great time. And their whole staff does such a good job. So a big thanks to them as well. Well, guys, look, we're going to see you Saturday, and we're going to get loose and raise a whole bunch of cash. You ready?
Awesome. We're ready.
All right. Well, thanks again, guys. We really do appreciate it. Give a big round of applause.
Yay.
Brian. It's DerbyDayOrlando.com. Get your tickets. I'll be there. Johnny Magic will be there. Tons of other people in Central Florida drop by. You never know who you're going to see there, to be honest with you. And it's always a good time. So we'll see you Saturday, guys. And thanks again for everything.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
You got it, man. All right, guys. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. When I got my tickets today, guys.
Yeah, you
I reserved my tickets today. And this is one of those tickets when people hear about the party and I start talking about it on the air, they're like, you'll get this text, hey, man, what are you doing? I don't know, not doing a whole lot. What are you doing? I don't know, dude. What's that thing like on Saturday? I'm like, no, it's a blast. What are you talking about? He goes, I don't know.
You got any extra tickets?
Yeah, what's the deal? What do you mean, what's the deal? The deal is you pay money to get in there because we're raising money for a charity. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, man, I got a top hat. I can Mr. Peanut.
What are you wearing?
I think I'm going to go with a cellophane tutu.
Okay.
No.
That just sounds nuts.
I'm probably going to wear white pants.
And that sounds nuts too.
and maybe a white shirt with just a colored belt and some just
you let the chest hair show.
Oh, playa.
Man, you in a white shirt is just setting up for disaster.
No, what are you talking about?
You're clumsy.
No, what?
You're a clumsy.
Don't look at me. I didn't say anything.
You're a mess.
Okay, well, she didn't say anything, but Deb, do you agree?
I didn't know he's this clumsy.
Oh, yeah. See?
Okay, so
but she admits that you're clumsy. And the food at Ember is great.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
God
so
almighty.
You're going to be wearing it.
I'm not going to be wearing
about
it.
You. We don't want you to look foolish. You're representing us.
Some people are betting on horses, Jack. some people like you and me will be betting on what that shirt is going to be looking like at the end of the night.
That's what I told you guys. We have to design a shirt that's pre-stained.
I got
Add it to the list.
I got $10 on that. You have a loaded potato skin just chilling on the bottom of your shirt.
No, but it's going to be a chicken wing.
I'll tell you straight up, dude. My wife is going to be a stone cold stunner on Saturday.
Yeah?
Get ready. She's going to be laying fools out on Saturday. The idea she has is very good. And if I could also pick out an idea in that area where she wants to kind of recreate, dope, we win everything.
And you know what I'm hearing? Blog hits on Monday.
Oh, yeah. Tons of blog hits. We'll take a lot of pictures for sure. We'll get out there. I'm bad at that, but I promise we'll take a bunch of pictures. A lot of color out there for that.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to get away. You're going to have mint juleps just thrashing.
It's just bourbon and mint, dude.
Yeah, it's bourbon, mint, plus equals stain.
And you got to remember, I can't get too bent up because I'm hosting, and Johnny's like a total pro. I can't be drunk with Johnny.
Can't do it.
No, he'll tell his gigantic audience what an ass I am. I can't have that. They already believe it, though.
Johnny Magic and Jim Tragic.
It's magic and tragic in the morning. All right, 407-916-1041. Load them up. Trivia's next.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
This is 11-year NBA veteran Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Insperity.
Without Joel Embiid, James Harden couldn't carry the Sixers to a Game 1 win against Miami. In 3 years, Harden's quickly gone from the MVP to a guy who can't beat his defender off the dribble. And he's only 32, but he's constantly out of shape and would rather spend time in the clubs than on the court. It'll be another early playoff exit for Harden, and the clock is ticking on his title chances. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Insperity, providing HR services for 30-plus years, including access to better benefits and payroll. Insperity's mission is to help businesses succeed so communities prosper. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Hey, rental property owners, you do enough by yourself. Take a little of that stress off your shoulders. Besides, there are two things you really can't do unless you hire the Realty Medics. One, get real-time information on your properties, and two, get an entire year's worth of rent up front. Yeah, only the Realty Medics offers upfront rent. You can get a year's worth paid upfront, putting $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket fast, and they are the only company in Florida to offer upfront rent. But not only that, only the Realty Medics has the Property Performance Dashboard, where you can track your rental property just like you would a stock. Just two more reasons why the Realty Medics are the highest rated and most reviewed property management company in Central Florida, and that's on some of the biggest platforms as well, like Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. You can just take 5 minutes on the RealtyMedics.com to see how they've made DIY landlording obsolete, and for a limited time, they'll even give you 2 months of management free when you use promo code FREE1041. That's the RealtyMedics.com, promo code FREE1041.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our shows streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity, or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Ends 5/8/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and XFi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
You know how right when you wake up, you start craving food, but you're not entirely sure what you're wanting? Psst, it's McDonald's. The new crispy chicken biscuit, to be exact. You want the one thing that's so crispy, so juicy, and oh so tender, sandwiched between two buttery flaky biscuits. You want the good stuff. And now you can mix and match 2 for $6, including the sausage McMuffin with egg and bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together, and now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home, so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
At International Diamond Center, family is one of our core values. And no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. In addition to an expanded selection of affordable and timeless gifts of jewelry, with any jewelry purchase for Mother's Day, we're providing that little extra something, a $50 Sephora gift card. Mom can use it to treat herself to her favorite luxury Sephora brand fragrance, makeup, or skincare product. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a beautiful eternity band, a pair of diamond earrings, a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a designer necklace. Get Mom a meaningful piece of jewelry that she'll treasure or cherish for years, and we'll throw in the Sephora gift card as an added treat. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back. You could say that. Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Hand me that nail gun.
Here you go. And here's the fries.
Lunch. Who's hungry?
You know, maybe instead of loading up a nail gun with French fries to feed the crew, we should just order lunch through Easy Cater.
Aye.
Food from all our favorite restaurants.
My bad.
On time and as ordered.
Huh. Load up the hot dogs while I think about it.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch, if you're into that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
I just wanted to be clear about my former message. He has never called me a bitch. He said that because I myself have called myself, I can be a crazy bitch. Just like sometimes he calls his wife Satan. He says it in a very joking, loving way. That's just our humor. A little dark, but I think it's okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Again, love you guys.
We love you too.
Yeah, we love you back. You be you, boo.
That's right.
Don't listen to Jim Colbert.
Yeah, I think the feelings were hurt. But the second I bring up that my mom has a mean squat.
Could you guys please listen to this Owl City song?
Owl City?
Is it? No? Who is this?
Postal Service.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like Owl City, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. Do not look at me like that.
I've lost a little respect.
Deb is here. You can say, okay.
Seriously, you listen to this? Do you like Bebop?
Listen, stop. I asked if it was the band. I didn't say I listen to this.
Oh, you asked us. Oh, please listen to this Owl song.
No, it sounds like Owl City.
I'll join you. This album's pretty good.
He likes Toto, dude.
All right, Jack is here as well. Let's get some. What's in the old sauce jar there, Saucer?
I have a beautiful pair. All aboard!
Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo. Jim, why don't you make a locomotive sound?
Yeah, Jimmy. How come you're not part of the team?
He's not part of this fun.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Jimmy. Make a train sound.
I don't have to be part of everything on the show. You three can do whatever you want. I mean, not whatever, but you get the idea.
Come on. You be the caboose.
Are you going to tell us what's in this thing or not?
Not until you make a train noise.
How do you start it? Wait. You start.
All aboard!
And you go. Dad goes.
Chugga, chugga.
And I go, choo-choo.
Oh, you guys got it. I don't need to do it.
And then you say goodbye to your loved ones or something.
How about you do a clickety-clack, clickety-clack,
There we go.
All aboard!
Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo.
I have a pair of general admission tickets to the 15th annual Derby Day for Autism Golf Classic Extravaganza.
Chugga.
Yeah, we'll work on it. We'll get back to you on that one, Jim. That's going down this Saturday. We just talked about it. We just interviewed the people responsible for the event. That's happening May 7th at Ember. Grab your big hat. Grab your mint juleps. It's time to drink and root for horses.
Jim, text your friend, tell him to play trivia.
And that is your sauce jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. You know, they can handle your move, be it local or long distance, residential or commercial, doesn't matter. But hey, it does matter if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, because that will get you a discount. Book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Deborah.
Love you, Jimmy.
Who goes first today, Ross?
Guys, let's welcome Brandon.
Brandon, what's going on, man?
Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, Jim?
Good, buddy. Want to play a little game with us?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Do you want to play a game?
All right, Brandon, we got an easy game here for you. You got a question, 4 answers. One of the answers isn't true. It's a lie. If you can find that, off to the sauce jar you go. And joining me Saturday for the Derby Day Orlando party, which is an absolute blast. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. It's National Teachers Day.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. National Teachers Day. I think this whole week is like National Teachers Week, right?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, I know. Here are 3 fun facts about teaching and 1 lie that better sit down and shut up or it's going to the dean's office. Number 1. Teachers make 14% less than other occupations that require similar levels of education. Number 2, according to the American Dental Association, teachers have the fewest cavities of any profession.
Whoa.
Number 3, about 30% of teachers in the U.S. have a second job. And lastly, over 90% of teachers spend their own money to fulfill their classroom supplies requirements. Which one of those is a lie?
Number 1.
Number 1 is absolutely true, unfortunately. Teachers do make 14% less than other occupations that require similar levels of education.
That is tragic.
It is a little tragic. Who's next, brother?
Yeah, we got to change that.
Yeah.
Let's welcome Patty.
Patty, how are you?
I'm good, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Tell me which one of these is the lie. We're talking about teachers. Here it is, National Teacher Day. Number 1, according to the American Dental Association, teachers have the fewest cavities of any profession. Number 2, about 30% of teachers in the U.S. have a second job. And lastly, over 90% of teachers spend their own money to fulfill their classroom supplies requirements.
I'm going to say the dental one.
Yeah, that's the one. You're a winner.
Yay!
All right, put you on hold there, Patty. You are a winner.
Yay!
A winner. Very good. No, that isn't true, but the others are. 30% of teachers in the U.S. have a second job.
That's just... I almost cussed.
I have a degree in the United States of America, and I teach, and I have to have another job to make ends meet. Over 90% of teachers spend their money to fulfill their classroom supplies requirements, and that over 90% is actually about 94%. Almost every single teacher in America spends their own money on their class.
Which is why Teaching for Kids is a great organization to take like extra office supplies, or if your kids, don't use those markers or anything, drop them off. Let those teachers go there. They can get them for free.
And I'll tell you something, if you're able as a parent, and it's not the worst thing ever, go to your kids' class and ask them what they need. We used to do that in my kids' elementary schools all the time. What do you need? When I owned my print shop, I would print paper for them so that they would have ruled legal, because I could take regular paper, like copier paper, and turn it into notebook paper. Like, I could do that because I could print the lines on there. I could drill the holes. I could do all of that, right? My shop was capable of doing that.
My man made paper.
And I would make paper for the classes so they would have paper. But it's nothing for you as a parent to go buy pencils, markers. Ask the teacher what they need. And then parents can chip in and do that. And then, and I know that people are going to go, well, I pay taxes for that. You do. But unfortunately, it doesn't work. So you have to sometimes make those extra little commissions, and that's what we do occasionally.
And I spoke wrong. It's a gift for teaching is the place here. It's that you can donate those school supplies.
Yeah, giftforteaching.org, and it's a free school for teachers in the community, and they just do tremendous work.
They really do. Let's a few other things you may not know about teachers before we find out what's coming up for Ross Thoughts. In 32 metropolitan areas in the U.S., teachers are priced out of the housing market. In surveys, people were asked what group of people contribute the most to society's well-being. First was military personnel. Second was teachers. Researchers have found that teaching should have pay that rivals air traffic controllers or other high-stress jobs.
I mean, they're
the base salary, in other words, should be in the $60,000 to $75,000 range, according to that statement.
They are teaching the future of keeping this country the greatest country on the face of the planet.
And your problem is you're never going to attract high-level talent with piss-poor wages.
No.
You're just not going to do it. That does not apply anywhere in the business world. Not one logical CEO will think that works anywhere. I can pay a guy the lowest amount and expect the most.
Right.
If you're mad about how your kids are educated, you got to get teacher salaries up. It's the only way to do it. You'll get quality people who want that as a career because they can actually make a living doing it. I know it seems crazy, but it turns out the math works out.
Yeah, you get what you pay for.
More than 65% of teachers have paid for food for their students. By the way, I could read 7 pages of these little facts about what teachers do. Do you know that teachers, they said that most teachers, if I remember this right, most teachers actually pay for at least 10 to 20% of their classes to go on field trips. So if a student in the class can't go on a field trip, rather than have that student sit out, the teacher will throw in the $5 or $8 or whatever it may be so that student can go on the field trip.
And that's someone who has to have a second job just to be able to meet their bills and their obligations.
Family.
Exactly.
For their families.
God,
yeah.
field trips, they ripped.
We should do that as well. Could we set up a JCS fund that pays for field trips?
Oh, that's not as much fun as I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And school supplies for teachers.
How about we just go on a field trip?
Jim Colbert Show.
Field trip.
Teacher.
Ross, you want to go on the mud walk?
Oh, my God. Could you imagine that guy chaperoning?
I rode by today.
Chaperoning.
What?
You never went on the mud walk.
I don't know what a mud walk is.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about?
It seems like a bedroom maneuver.
In Seminole County, they have the environmental center, and they on one of the field trips, they take kids there, and it's like a 2-day thing, and they go through the woods and nature and stuff. But one of them is a mud walk where they have to walk through. I didn't go on it, but I ride my bike through it.
So back in Seminole County, when it goes into the areas where the river, it makes the ground soupy. So when they go in there, and when you walk through it, it comes up to your waist. And it's this sticky, gooey mud, and you walk through about 80, 90 feet of it and just sludge through it and stuff. And the kids love it because they get
it's
to get
mud.
messy. Yeah, you tape your jeans and your shoes up and stuff. Oh,
or you just get some waders.
No, they don't do that.
This sounds like fun. Here's the thing about mud. First minute, kind of disgusting. Minute 5, you love it.
It's the greatest thing ever.
It's so much fun.
What's coming up for thoughts?
Guys, there's no, how do I set this up? I have a piece of advice for you, Jim. There's something that you have not been doing.
Oh.
Jack saw me do it yesterday, and I think it's time for me to help you out. You've helped me out a lot. It's time to return the favor.
Aw.
Don't you love getting advice from...
Is it advice?
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
I would say it's advice.
It's advice. You're going to give me life advice or work advice?
I think it helps out in life to then bleed over into work.
Good. I can't wait. I love learning.
I think you're going to learn.
I love becoming a better person, Ross, and I can't wait for your guidance.
This will make you a better person.
Good. I've been told I need to be a better one. I'll try next.
Dad, why would you say that, Dad?
Clickety-clack.
For every 10,000 new followers, everyone on Real Radio gets a new puppy. Can we get an assist? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
We're seeing heavy pockets of traffic eastbound on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, as well as between 417 and 1792. Westbound solid 2 between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, and also between 417 and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're seeing heavy traffic now south on 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. When you apply for a home loan,
There are different options depending on your situation and needs. With Rocket Mortgage, you can see how different down payments, monthly payments, and closing costs will impact your loan and your budget. When you need a lender who works for you, Rocket can.
Are you still in glasses or contacts? Man, it's 2022 and time to finally level up your vision. The team at the Filatowski Eye Institute uses the latest state-of-the-art technology in vision correction surgery, and they're one of the leaders in vision correction surgery here in Central Florida. And to find out if you're a candidate, it's very easy. All you have to do is text 1041 to 868686. Schedule that consultation right now. They'll tell you all you need to know. And if money's a concern, do not stress. The Filatowski Eye Institute offers 24-month interest-free financing. Learn more today. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule that consultation now.
At 7-Eleven, we're so obsessed with our coffee that it's always fresh or it's free. And we have the good stuff. 100% Arabica beans, so you can 200% your day. 7-Eleven, you brew you. Terms and conditions apply. See 711.com for more details.
Today, I'll prepare arroz con pollo. Let's try edamame instead of green peas.
And instead of white rice, 2 cups of Mahatma Basmati rice. Why not? Shh, Grandma better not hear me. Rejuvenate traditions with Mahatma rice. Unfollow la receta with Mahatma rice.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com and make no payments until September with approved credit and get $500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any purchase. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, and GMC. Find them all at Nations Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
Let the Mossy family protect your family. It's more than just a slogan, it's a fact. A home with a fence is 5 times less likely to get broken into. You can count on the Mossy family to protect your family. Visit mossyoakfences.com.
Monster Jam World Finals returns to Orlando. Coming to Camping World Stadium May 21st and 22nd. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Don't miss the biggest Monster Jam event of the year. Visit monsterjam.com for event details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
You run a small business, but who's running your HR? Do you have an HR manager? When's the last time you had an HR audit? Do your employees take workplace safety training? My last question to you is this. What are you waiting for? One complaint against your company can turn your world upside down. I'm Alan Jones, and I created Bambi specifically for small business. All so you can put your HR on autopilot. With Bambi's HR Autopilot, you'll automate the most important HR practices, like HR policies, workplace training, and employee feedback. And you'll get a dedicated HR manager not for $80,000 a year, but yes, for $99 a month. We're here to help you navigate the most complex parts of your HR, available by phone, email, and real-time chat. And here's what I'm the most proud of. Bambi customers are 4 times less likely to have a claim filed against them, which is why Bambi has received thousands of 5-star reviews. You run your business. Let Bambi run your HR.
Go to Bambi.com/time today for your free HR audit. Spelled BAMBEE.com/time. Bambi.com/time.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and this is my client, Raphael.
I had unexpected slip and fall. You were the only guys that were willing to take it. The insurance company offered me a low ball amount. I was able to secure over 10 times that amount. If you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
You feel that? This one is for Jim. Oh, God, I hate trying that every time. Oh, still can't do it. Oh,
Second one wasn't bad, buddy. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. I don't guess we had a winner today, Jack. I failed.
I can check. Haven't checked. Maybe we do. Keep hope alive, Jim.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack
You
is
have
here.
not failed.
Let's find out what's in the old
brain.
It's weird.
Whatever you do.
It's funny.
Ross thoughts?
Sometimes. Shoot the gap. It's Ross. Spelled like sauce. It's Ross Thoughts.
Ross Thoughts is brought to you by Mills Air because they saved my life.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yeah, it's getting in the 90s this week.
Oh, man, I'm so happy that I have AC.
Here comes the sun.
Woo! So this is what I'm just going to go straight to it. Jim, when was the last time you looked at yourself in the mirror and told yourself, gosh darn it, I am cute?
I don't do that very often.
You got to bring it back.
Yeah, I don't do the compliment thing. I like dressing nice, and I'll ask my wife, how do I look? But I'll never ask her, like, how do I look like my looks?
No. Flag on the field.
What?
There was another person in what you just said.
Yeah,
I'm talking, you look at yourself.
Yeah, buddy, I'm not ever going to do that.
Oh, it's time.
No.
It makes you feel good.
To look at yourself and say, you're cute?
Yeah. Come on. Who's with me? Deb's with me.
Deb is the worst of all of us to ask that question to.
Well, that's why we're having...
I'm no worse than you.
Oh.
Goes the weasel.
So, this is my... Yesterday, Jack saw me. I looked at myself in the mirror and I went, damn, dude. Today, I'm killing it. Sometimes, that's the thing. I'm not saying look at yourself in the mirror and go, man, I am cute every day. I am an attractive person.
Whoa.
I'm not asking for that because sometimes...
Well, you have options with hair and styles and stuff like that I do not have. Not to mention I'm 20 years older than you, and it's starting to set in.
Okay. Oh, God. Sometimes I wish this was a TV show. Because that joke deserves to be on TV.
Why? Why does it need to be?
It needs a visual component. That's why.
Wait, you're saying he's being honest?
He's just saying there's just a close-up. right after the word in, close-up.
Yeah, man, you gotta,
I'm beyond those days. I'm past that time in my life.
I'm bringing them back.
Your perspective is different than mine because you're 32. You still have youth on your side. I am not. I'm on the back side of my youth, like literally the ass of my youth. What are you doing?
Is that the sound of a heart monitor or a backing up truck?
You know, he's not looking when he's looking at the computer screen. He's looking at himself.
Every now
in the
then.
window.
And sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, oh, I'm a straight 3 out of 10 today.
You look at yourself in the feed here for the YouTube channel and for the Facebook channel, and you admire how you look?
When I deserve it.
Do you think you're deserving today?
I think I am subpar today. I thought yesterday I was a straight grand slam.
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'm going to dive in a little bit harder here. It's Ross Thoughts. We can get weird. Some people have good hair days, some bad hair days, all right? But that's not the only part of you that can have good and bad days. I feel like sometimes your face can have a good day.
Your face can have a good day based on sleep, alcohol consumption. There are a lot of things that can affect the way your skin looks.
You know what is the biggest? I feel like people are just afraid to talk about it because everyone's like, oh, I'm having a good hair day, bad hair day.
Is it egg consumption?
What?
What?
You want to talk about eating eggs?
I just know it's good for you and good for your hair and stuff.
I was going to say, and Deb, man, this is where I really want to get to.
Don't.
It's going to be harsh, but I'm just going to say it. Sometimes us dudes, maybe just me, sometimes I have a good penis day, sometimes I have a bad penis day. And we're all going to be adults here. All right? I know I'm not.
What's a good penis day? What's a bad penis day?
A good penis day, it's just like, damn, I think I lost weight in my thighs or something. You ever, you know?
You're making Jack pick himself again.
the old...
Yeah. Jack has a worker in his arm now.
Whether I'm here, whether I'm off, this segment just gets really uncomfortable at times.
Jack, you're going to tell me you've never had a good or bad penis day?
Yes, Jack, answer him.
Look
yes,
at me.
Jack.
In
look
my
at all
eyes.
of us.
Yeah,
no, look at us, Jack.
Will you be honest with this guy for once in your life, Bradshaw?
Yeah. A penis day is the penis day. It's not changing. I mean, there's different states of.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, what
but
did
do
he
you
say?
have a good penis day or a
Tuesday
bad penis day?
to Thursday to Friday, Saturday, it's the same penis day.
Boring.
Dingle, dingle, dingle.
So you're talking about grooming?
Yeah.
Are you talking about like
is that
what?
what you're talking about?
Sometimes.
Are you just talking about how it hangs, how it looks, how it feels?
Yeah, no, just literally how it looks. Grooming is a massive part of it. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Still using them little scissors?
So how do we get from face and appreciating your face to that?
Because sometimes you got to look at yourself and really appreciate what you got.
I will tell you this. Here's what I will give you. Even at my age, when I look at myself in our full-length mirror naked, I'm not upset with how my body looks.
Hell yes.
Like, I think if I lost a little weight, I would have a really physical, good-looking body.
So we also have you on record that you stand in front of a mirror naked.
I do occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
To see how fat I am, because I worry about my fat, because as I get older, I need to worry about blood pressure and things like that. So I'm always trying to maintain a certain weight. But when I'm in that 220 range, I feel like I look pretty good in front of a mirror like that. I will give myself that compliment.
Yeah, and then sometimes you look at yourself and you're like, flabby McFlabby.
Oh, yeah.
Other times you look at it and you're like, I don't know what it is, man. This Tuesday and I are getting along. Dad, you don't do this?
Do what?
Don't ask her about her day. I mean, you asked us about that day.
I mean, I was going to warm up to that. But then
no, it's just there. I mean,
you don't have a good private part day either way. It doesn't
I
work.
don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes
women don't even see theirs a lot of times.
Yeah, that messed me up when I found out about that.
Yeah, that's a thing. Did not know that either. That was a weird one for me.
Was it really?
Oh, yeah. Had no idea there are women who've been a decade without seeing it.
Oh, some women try it most.
Yeah.
And then also, how would you? You have to take like a weird selfie.
Stand over a mirror.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not.
Yeah, it's
odd. And that selfie is going to be unproportional, so it looks like you're getting attacked.
Jack is so in his happy place right now. I don't know if we're going to get him back.
Jack is picking because he's
I know.
uncomfortable
Jack
right
is making
now.
himself bleed. You are making him pick himself to bleed.
And when you say it, he stops.
Yeah, and I'll be man enough. All right, Jack, let me help out with this next statement will make you not pick your arm till it bleeds. I'm having a good penis day today. Face-wise, subpar. I went to the bathroom.
You looked at it in the mirror?
No, I just...
You looked at it in the bathroom?
Yeah, no, I mean, I did, because that's what you have to do.
Can I ask, what qualifies that? And be very careful here.
Natural fluff.
Natural fluff.
So it's state...
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this anymore, man. Can we just move back to the face or something?
All right.
Jack is about to pick his arm off.
Fluffy face? Is that what you're saying? Fluffy face?
Sometimes you have good hair days. Sometimes you have bad hair days. Sometimes you have good face days. I feel like you can have good and bad anything, and I'm just here to give you some life advice, all three of you, that when you look at any aspect of your body and it's a good day, take a moment. Gosh darn it. I'm looking pretty cute today.
You know what? Someone just backed him up. Someone just texted us at 77031. I have 100% told my husband he's having a good wiener day.
Boom.
Ross is not alone.
Because sometimes it's looking bad. sometimes I'm looking at it and I'm like, how does she put up with this? Sometimes I'm embarrassed, which is what fuels me.
Not me. I'm always proud of this.
I'm not. Sometimes I'm like, no, you've been better. You've looked better. I'm not.
Really?
When do you think you've looked your best?
I think probably late May.
It's early May.
So
You're getting in the season.
Yeah, I'm
so
getting there.
your handsome has a season.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean,
does your now your handsome has a season? Does your
that's what I was referring to. I think late May has a good season waist down
for your waist down area.
Yeah.
Well, it's warmer, not so much shrinkage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
so
a
it's
plus.
like,
but it's also damp. So you got to be careful with the sticky.
It's damp. It is.
That's when you powder so you don't bat wing.
I'm not gold bonding.
I'm not either.
So you bat wing?
Well, I just don't want to. I don't want to walk and puff, walk puff.
I'd like to see that.
No.
Bat wing.
All I'm saying,
it is like it's like peeling that plastic off of the new cars.
Yeah, saran wrap. Or like when you get a new iPhone, you have to take off that front.
Oh yeah, that's what it's like.
Peel.
Oh my god, man.
A bat wing.
Whenever you're having
so sticky.
Whatever.
It's like my body's naturally producing Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, it's weird. I think that might be a diet thing. I don't know.
Let's just say during the summer, the inside of my ankles never get wet.
Jack, how are you feeling right now?
Clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety clack.
When you're
Is it a good day, Jack?
Yeah, are you having a good day? I think Jack's having a good day.
Is it a fluffy, fun, good day? Did he just pull away from the console so he could check?
He's checking himself.
It's a good day.
Yes!
Oh, wow.
Yes!
Let me check. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
I'll get back with you guys on Thursday.
Good day.
Oh, wow, baby. You can't do that.
Good day.
Yeah.
Sure I can.
You just scissor kicked and said good day.
And here's the thing.
You didn't know that unless you were watching.
And I'm having a real bad day because my pants are way too tight. This thing went home. This thing.
What do you mean went home?
It's just trying to go.
It's hiding.
It's these pants are punching myself.
Oh, really? Just turtle shelling your junk?
Yeah.
Kind of like your pressed ham.
Oh, yeah.
It's trying to escape. Let me out.
Yeah.
Let me out.
But every guy gets that turtle. You don't want that.
What?
Yeah, well, it's
the turtle.
Yeah. It's
Does it really do that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean,
sometimes
it
it'll
can,
turtle up.
yeah.
It'll turtle up.
That's your big differentiator on days is really got to be the temperature.
Yeah.
It turtles up. Like, can you control it? Can you?
No, you can't do that.
But
No.
that's a party trick.
Yeah.
They did say with the guys in the
Male
kilts
Kegels.
that they used to be able to pull them back up so that they wouldn't get hurt.
Male Kegels?
Their Menards.
Oh,
They'd
wow.
be able to pull their Menards back up into their bodies so that they wouldn't get hurt when they wore the kilt.
Get out of here.
I'm just saying that's what I heard.
That's a myth.
Hey, bro, you want to see something? Kick me in the nuts. Ha! Didn't hurt.
Not even there, dude.
Not even there. I'm having a bad day.
Right now, I've got them stuffed behind my right shoulder blade.
All in all, it's going when
They
you
come out in
have
May.
a good day, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, whoa, hold on, U-turn, skirt. I'm not looking too bad. It's okay to take a moment amongst yourself and appreciate what God has given you.
Okay, buddy.
And every day I wake up, it's always a good day in one department. The climate in my home. And that's because of Mills Air absolutely saving my life. It's Florida. It's hot. And if your AC isn't working, it's only about Mills Air. It's time to call the best in the biz. Mills Air, baby. They could not have helped me out more. I love my Carrier unit. I love how quiet it is. I sometimes I just stare at it. I looked at the fan today for a good 5 minutes nonstop just because I was like, yeah, I bought that. Yeah, I bought that. So turn to the experts at Carrier. Call today. Schedule your appointment, 407-277-1159, or hit them up online over at millsair.com. I promise you, you will not regret it. They're professionals. They're amazing. They're the best. Those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace.
Thanks. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this. God almighty.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Delays continue westbound on I-4 between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, and also between 417 and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're seeing heavy traffic eastbound too between 417 and 1792, and also between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Delays on the Turnpike as well between 417 and US 192. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Truly Nolan. Termites can tunnel for years without a peep unless you've invited Truly Nolan to chase down and eliminate the problem. With Truly Nolan's total termite protection plan, there's no escape. For a free inspection and $100 off termite control, visit TrulyNolan.com.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it's so vital that you have an AC company you can lean on when times get nice and hot, which is about to happen here in Central Florida. For me, that's Mills Air. Ross, that's Mills Air. Hundreds, thousands actually of Central Floridians, it's Mills Air. You know why? 30 years of experience tells you these guys know exactly what they're doing. Their techs can service any brand. It doesn't matter what kind of AC you have. And even better, Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer that can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air. Family owned and operated, ready to help you right now. 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
If you've been involved in a car accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. And take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
From the host of the hit true crime podcasts Dr. Death and Bad Batch comes a brand new, unbelievable story. Sympathy Pains investigates the shocking tale of one woman, a former nurse, who spent nearly 20 years faking illnesses and tragedies until her victims confronted her on national television.
Sarah DeLashmit told people she had leukemia or muscular dystrophy, even Ebola. She knew enough to be convincing, but it was all a lie.
Listen to Sympathy Pains on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressure of running your business? You know, there's a limit to what you can do and still keep employees engaged. Good thing is, Insperity can help. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work helping you with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving your employees competitive benefit options. And because you're able to focus on other priorities, your employees can thrive and your business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology, it's Insperity. HR that makes a difference.
She was just 14, an innocent girl. She was abducted from a local store. She was so violated she will never have children. That she is me. Human trafficking is real. Please donate to the lifeboatproject.org.
Want a new to you car that you can drive home today? Do what I did and check out the huge selection at offleaseonly.com. You'll find a massive inventory of used cars priced thousands below Kelley Blue Book, from nearly new luxury cars to SUVs, trucks, and everything in between. There's no haggling, no negotiating, and no hidden fees. Financing is available for good and bad credit. Get pre-qualified online at offleaseonly.com. Want to sell your ride? They buy cars too. Shop online at offleaseonly.com or go to their massive state-of-the-art dealership just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Do you want to sell your home fast? Then get ready to write down an important number. I'm Gabriel with Florida Cash Home Buyers, and we pay cash for houses with no commissions or fees. We buy properties in any condition or situation and can close in as little as 3 days or on your time frame. You can even get a $10,000 cash advance before the closing. Call us today for a free no-obligation offer. 407-410-9000. That's 407-410-9000.
This is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trendley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trendley Kramer. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
How does reading make you, you?
With books like Super Fly Guide, I can be a pilot going from place to place.
And in Satellite Space Mission, I can be an astronaut, exploring outer space.
Let's Talk Soccer makes me want to compete. And with books like I'm Enough, I know I'm complete.
Our at-home reading program helps kids read on grade level. Enroll at newworldsreading.com.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding.
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
Hi guys, it's me, Brian Baumgartner, and maybe you've heard my podcast, The Office Deep Dive. Well, now I'm expanding it into even more of your favorite shows in my new podcast, Off the Beat.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob Riggle.
Hi, I'm Allison Hannigan. My name is Jamie Lynn Segler, mezzo soprano.
Eric Stone Street. I played Cameron Tucker.
Listen to Off the Beat on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Hello. What does it mean when you all say shoot the gap? Meow, meow, meow. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I am Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here. And Ross is as well. What are you laughing at? The talkback?
I'm laughing at the talkback.
Meow.
And then she started meowing.
That was awesome. Man, we do not know what shoot the gap means, except for go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Shoot the gap.
Go for it. It's so
slide under that garage door that's closing.
Yeah. You just shot the gap. I'm hanging a Larry. I'm pulling a Yui here. It's kind of close. I shot the gap. Shot the gap.
Local gun range out in Lake County is looking to expand its operations. Have you guys heard the story?
RPGs.
The Aries, A-R-E-S, Aries Gun Range in Lake County plans to ask leaders for fewer restrictions on the way it does business. Unfortunately, they have some neighbors out there that are a problem. The training facility is in Leesburg, and it wants the commission to modify many of the restrictions placed on it in 2019 when it first got its conditional use permit. What do you think they want to do? Well, for one thing, I'll tell you a couple, and then we can kind of figure it out. They want to expand their hours from 5 days a week to 6 days a week and be allowed to operate from 7 a.m. to dusk. In other words, daylight, basically from sun up, sundown, right?
Yeah. Tanks.
They already offer that.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Grenades.
They have, okay, so here's what they have.
Flamethrower.
Oh, man. Let me see what they have here. Back in 19, before the range got its conditional use permit, neighbors claimed it was a nuisance, and at meetings showed videos of people at the range shooting from helicopters and tanks. The range did get the permit, but with restrictions. They want to turn those down. What they want to add more than anything is camping and flamethrowers.
I knew it.
Flamethrowers are awesome. That's
I would
why.
love to shoot a flamethrower.
Imagine the s'mores.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if the s'mores would be that good.
They wouldn't. They would taste very, very fuely.
Gasoline-y.
Oh, wow. This tastes like Vietnam.
Flamethrower. I didn't even know we use those anymore, right? Do we still even use flamethrowers?
Well, of course we do. Ask Elon Musk.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is I don't think we use them in war anymore, do we? I don't think it's part of the military operation. I don't think a flamethrower is an issued piece of equipment anymore, is it?
It probably depends on where it is. I think there's still a use for it.
Because they weren't really they weren't supposed to be used on people. right? Weren't they created for Vietnam to defoliate, to de-exfoliate?
No, they were. They used them in World War II, at least in the movies I saw, like clearing out bunkers and stuff.
Right, yeah, burning down stuff. Like I know they went in Vietnam, they would go in and burn down villages with them. Just basically, because it's gasoline and styrofoam. Right, that's what it shoots out. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know about styrofoam.
I didn't either. I thought it was just gasoline.
Yeah, no, it's got an element that sticks, like an element that carries the flame.
So I did know that.
Right. So
I didn't know it was styrofoam.
So basically, the mix it's a mixed fuel, like a gasoline and a styrofoam. If you ever put gas on styrofoam, it melts it. It turns it into this slurry. Right. Then they pressurize it in the tank, and when they shoot it with that pilot light, it lights that entire thing on fire, and then when it hits, it sticks to it like icing.
Or kind of like napalm.
Like that's what it is. It's napalm. That's exactly what it is. But that's what they shoot. I think they shoot a form of that out, like a jellied version of an accelerant, so it sticks.
I'm down.
It's nasty.
Put a flamethrower on my hands.
Nasty
Do you guys
stuff.
trust me?
No, I don't. And let's talk about real quick. I just brought that up because it was stupid, and I want to get it out of the way. I pulled it to talk about it, so it's dumb.
What about grenades?
No, I'm going to talk about this thing with these two people who have disappeared.
Oh, dun dun dun.
See, the Whites. This is a great story. For one thing, you know how big this dude is?
6'9".
6'9". 6'9" people don't hide well, for the record.
It's always comical when they get away.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, this guy's not going to be able to wear a wig or cut his hair or do anything to alter his appearance because he's 6'9". Any 6'9" dude walking around with a roly-poly blonde-haired woman is going to be an automatic phone call. But here's the thing. Like, this has been planned for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this wasn't just a thing where she's like, oh, I'm in love. I'm going to get this guy out of here. We're going to live happy forever. She's sold her house. She's created cash. This was a plan. God only knows where they are.
She's was a corrections officer. He was an inmate. She
was supposed to retire Friday.
And that was not planned.
And she took him to, the story was for a psych evaluation, at the courthouse, which was a lie, and disappeared.
And they found their car, or they found the van from the prison or from the correctional facility in a parking lot not far from the facility.
This is in a small town in Alabama?
Yeah. And then they left in a car. Now, I guess there's an APB out on a car, a Ford Edge, they think, or something like that, or a small Ford car they think could be a possible getaway car. But he can't fly anywhere. So here's the thing. I was just breaking this down to figure out kind of where they could be. He cannot fly anywhere. They cannot fly because, the information gets out there too quickly. They couldn't have made it across the border in the time that they discovered them disappeared, right?
I think that their most likely bet would be to go north because they'll be interdicted if they try to go off the coast of Florida.
Do they know the ages?
Well, yeah, he's like 38 and she's like 53.
Sailboat.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking there's a possibility these people have a boat of some sort. But the thing is, the Coast Guard, that's the worst way to get away. You can't get away. I mean, once they spot you and they can, by the way, the Coast Guard can roll up on you and enter your vessel anytime they want. That I do not think that the Coast Guard has to have like a search warrant to come aboard your vessel.
That's why I say head north and crawl through the woods in Michigan or Wisconsin and cross the Canadian border. Go over Lake Superior. They'll catch you far less on Lake Superior than they would out in the Gulf.
And Deb, the problem is she looks so. I mean, like she has a look. She's
she looks like she's from Minnesota.
She's short. She's a little round. And she's got this dead straight blonde hair. So even if that guy holed up somewhere and she just kind of went out to get supplies and came back, I mean, they're going to be able to nab her. I mean, they are literally going to have to stay completely out of sight unless they have an accomplice.
Have you guys thought about how like romantic this is yet? This is pretty hot.
It is a little romantic.
Yeah.
Now it's sad because this guy's a murderer.
I take what I said back.
So what you can
less hot.
What you can see with this is
way less hot.
Him using her as a tool to get out and then taking her out, so that he doesn't have to deal with having her around because now she's useless. Really, she got him out of prison. There's nothing other than her money, which he could probably wind up stealing, possibly. I mean, I don't know what kind of equity they had in the house. I don't know what kind of cash he raised.
Man, why did he have to be a murderer? This is set up for a perfect, romantic novel.
And on top of that, did you hear the other aspect of this thing?
Huh.
I guess when he was incarcerated in 2015, he looked at the cop that was putting him in jail. He goes, when I get out of this place, I'm going to go kill my ex-girlfriend. Like, he promised it. He goes, when I get out of here, trust me when I tell you, I'm going to go find my ex-girlfriend and I'm going to kill her.
So she's probably been put into protective custody?
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, if a radio host is saying that down in Orlando, she has to know that exists.
Yeah, no question.
Oh, man.
But it is. We haven't had something like this in a while. Matter of fact, we just haven't.
I've never heard of a police officer, correction, a CO go ahead and just bail on their code and
I've heard
get
of
this
it
guy out.
several times.
Unfortunately, the thing is, and it's female COs have a big problem with it. I say big problem. I don't know how big it is, but this does happen. Because some of you got to remember, just because you're incarcerated, you can be good looking and very charming. That's part of why you're in jail, because you're a con man, you're a con artist, you're a narcissist, and you use those personality traits to take advantage of people. That's all it is. It's just a tool for you to take advantage of people. And I get the bad feeling that this woman is going to wind up on the bad side of this guy's personality. I just have an awful feeling.
Well, she is regardless, because now, a career as a corrections officer, a pension, a retirement, everything she'd worked at is gone. And now she's going to end up behind bars for a man who, imagine when that reality sets in. She gave up her career, her life, her freedom for someone who in the end doesn't really love her.
And when you look at her, again, unfortunately, she has, now people that have that the high top lip.
Yeah, the cleft.
Yeah, well, not the cleft. It's not exactly a cleft, but if you look at a picture of her, she has a high top lip, it's one of those things in your face that if you said somebody, they would be able to pick up on it. It'd be like, hey, it has a ponytail or something like that. But the way that her lip is shaped, her face is going to be extremely recognizable anywhere she goes. She obviously is going to cut her hair and change her hair color and stuff like that, but it won't matter. She's with this dude who's 6'9". Yeah. He's going to, that's big. That's really big.
This guy's a starting power forward.
Yeah, he sure is.
Any chance, any part of you, Jim?
She's 56, by the way.
Any part of you that thinks that this is just, that they're in actual love?
Well, no, there's no question that she is probably in love. She has probably fallen in love with this guy. People like this usually aren't capable of it.
The forbidden love.
Yeah. He was already serving a prison sentence for an attempted murder and burglary, and he was set to go to trial next month for the stabbing death of a 58-year-old woman. He could face the death penalty for that.
Her relationship status it's complicated.
How convincing did this guy have to be? She's 58, he's 38 or 56. She's almost 20 years older than him. He's a double murderer. She knows all the ins and outs of this guy's case, and he talked her into doing this.
I'm sure what's also sad is that I'm sure that she would absolutely disagree with that statement.
Oh, no, he did. No question. She was conned. No question.
We don't know till we see the dateline.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Marshals are offering up to $10,000 for information on their capture. They say that they're both dangerous. I guess because you helped a guy at this level out, that they said that consider them both dangerous and more than likely armed.
Well, she has nothing left to live for. Everything she's worked her entire damn life for, she just pissed it away. So, what's the incentive for her not to lean in, go hard, and protect him till the bitter end?
What is the charge for that, you guys think? What is that? Like, if you're helping an inmate like that at that level escape, what do you think that charge is? Like 5 years, 10 years?
Awkward Thanksgivings?
Oh, really awkward Thanksgiving.
For the rest of your life?
It's got to be at least 10 years, right?
Oh, yeah. And I think it would maybe depend on the crimes that he committed. You're unleashing that back into the public.
I wonder if that even matters. I wonder if it even matters how severe of a prisoner they are. Just the act of helping someone escape like that. Aiding and abetting a known felon. It's got to be 10 years. Man, well, they say, America, that loneliness is an absolute murderer, right?
Makes
so lonely.
Wise people do dumb things.
So lonely, just do stuff that is just so unbelievably illogical.
Well, apparently they had a quote-unquote special relationship before this occurred.
Sure they did, yeah. 407-916-1041. Today, National Teacher Day. You guys have a teacher in your past that you remember had a big impact on you?
I remember I had Mr. Jacinto.
Mr. Jacinto?
Mr. Jacinto.
Okay.
And I failed his class, but I always really liked him.
Yeah?
Yeah. He kept it to me He shot it straight.
You didn't have a teacher that was just honest with you, and
he was the guy.
He was the guy.
I mean, in the middle of a math class, he looked at me and was like, "You're not good at this."
Yeah, but I mean, you say he failed you. You failed you, right?
Well, I failed the class.
Yeah, you failed the class.
Yeah.
But that means he wasn't that good of a teacher then.
No,
or
he
you were
was
just a terrible student.
He was great. He just gave no freebies.
Gotcha.
There was never like, oh, you got close.
And that guy made the most impact on you. That's the teacher you remember making the most impact. What do you think he did that was so good for you?
He told me I was really bad at it. And then for me to get good at it, I think the first step of getting good at something is being aware that you're bad at it.
All right. And did it turn you around?
Kind of.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No?
I got through it.
Okay, good.
I mean, we graduated.
Yeah, okay.
It was, just that level of math I was struggling with. And also I was just so apathetic. I didn't care about the math class. And then his shame kind of made me care a little bit more.
Jack?
I've had some really good teachers. I can't think of any that, had given me great inspiration beyond the course curriculum. I had classes where I enjoyed the teacher more, whether it was through their humor or how they interacted with, me and the other students. But, I didn't hate school.
Yeah, I didn't. I liked school, but mostly it was for social stuff. The classes I enjoyed. Okay. I mean, I didn't really, I wish I could go back. I would love to go back and take it seriously now, because now I have a passion for learning and reading and stuff like that I did not have when I was younger.
When you're younger, you're just trying to kick it with the boys.
Yeah, just trying to be popular. Just trying to get girls and trying to be popular and play baseball. That's all I cared about.
A couple teachers I really didn't like, but other than that.
Yeah. Some of the ones I didn't like were the ones that were best for me. How about you?
Yeah, I had a couple of teachers in high school. I can't remember their names at the moment, but I can picture them. Literature teachers who just, taught the classics.
Yeah.
Taught, Chaucer's Canterbury Tales and Beowulf and just, Oedipus.
Affect you personally, though? Like, pull you to a side and say, hey, look, you have a talent for this, or you can do this, or anything like that? Did you have one singular teacher that did any of that?
I did have a teacher who said, you would make a really good attorney because you argue damn everything.
All right, I remember. My third grade teacher, Mrs. Hammond, used to make us kiss her before we'd go to the bathroom.
Are you kidding?
No. Yeah. If we wanted to go to the bathroom, we had to kiss her. And choose.
Where?
Yeah, Mr. Roberts was the same way.
No.
I'm just joking.
Oh, man.
I had a teacher named Mr. Vance, Bill Vance. He was a math teacher.
I'm Mr. Vance.
And no, not at all.
I'm Mr. Vance.
Yes. Mr. Vance was a 6'3", lean, kind of a biker guy.
Oh.
And he was a no-nonsense kind of guy. And I would have teachers sign my yearbook when I was younger because I was a nerd. And he was the first one to write in my yearbook, slow down, buddy. Take a breath. Take a breath. You're going to be fine. You get the tiger. Just slow down. And then it was now I have like 9 teacher comments in my books that don't know about the others. Hey, buddy, you should slow down a little bit. Take a break. Maybe you edibles? Or maybe
My favorite teacher relationship that I ever had was my middle school history teacher. And we would always, I know me and my friends we would try to get him to say his go-to phrase when he was getting frustrated, which was, Holy Toledo! So whenever we got him to say Holy Toledo, the whole class would erupt. Like, all right, who did it? You guys got it.
Oh, man. I would love to roll, because there's a couple of teachers in my school that were, that maybe had inappropriate relationships. Okay. Maybe had those. And then another teacher of mine was, when I was in 10th grade, I was going to night school because I'd done poorly, so I had to go to school at night to make up those classes.
I thought you said night school and you were just saying UCF poorly.
No, night school, yeah. And you go there for like 2 hours a night, and each class is like a weekend school. And I learned how to conjugate verbs in that class, and he was the greatest English teacher I ever had. And he also had like just little life lessons. He told a story about buying a really expensive car when he was young to impress everybody, and then everybody was not impressed after 2 weeks, but he still had the payment.
Right.
I mean, that kind of stuff stuck around,
I had a PE teacher that put me in timeout, and then he forgot about me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I just stayed out there.
That's so funny. I just played golf with one of the teachers I had in the tournament when I was up there. He was a coach I had in the 8th grade, and he's still in town, and he's playing golf. And I said, I don't know if you know me, man, but I had you in 8th grade class. And he looks at me, he goes, what's your name? I said, Jim Colbert. He goes, I remember you. And I said, do you remember a scenario when two boys got into a fight with feces?
Whoa!
In the locker room, they were
weird.
digging it out of the toilets and throwing it at each other.
Oh, God.
He looked at me and he named the names. He goes, yeah, that was this guy and that guy. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, you're not going to forget
You're not going to forget that. That was 40 years ago, 45 years ago. And he remembered it, boom, just like that. Probably hasn't talked about that event in 45 years.
He tried to forget it. He's gone to therapy about it.
Hey, remember that time? Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Load them up. Last call's next.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for Last Call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041. From the Driveway.com Weather Center.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And this evening, we'll see some scattered thunderstorms, the activity ending by 11. The low tonight, 68. Tomorrow, warm, the high 90. Wednesday featuring another 40% chance for storms in the afternoon from the sea breeze. A little drier for Thursday and Friday, but warming up into the middle 90s. Mother's Day weekend continued steamy, but signs of a cooler setup for next week thanks to a north wind as a non-tropical system spins in the Atlantic. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Staples. During Staples Teacher Appreciation Week, earn 20% back in classroom rewards for your favorite teacher or school, plus up to 5% back in Staples rewards for yourself. Download the Staples Connect app to sign up for classroom rewards. In-store only, offer ends 5/7. Staples, the working and learning store.
Man, a strong home begins with a strong foundation. Zano 521 knows that. They are the premier concrete coating experts here in Central Florida. These coatings are tough, crew tough as well, headed up by a former Army Ranger and Special Ops soldier, and they employ vets as well. Not to mention, all of their techs are employees of the company, never subcontracted. And Zano 521 makes the tough stuff. These coatings are up to 6 times stronger than epoxy. And not like epoxies, that base coat fully cures in 24 hours. By the way, epoxy never fully cures. That's a big problem. That's why you need to go with Zano 521. These color choices are amazing, and these coatings are 100% UV stable. That means they can be used on patios, pool decks, driveways, garages, and they come with a lifetime warranty against fading and yellowing and a 15-year warranty against popping and peeling. Not to mention the top coat is completely non-porous. That means no mold or mildew, no gas, grease, or oil stains. These coatings are tough, and they're beautiful as well. Not to mention professional and efficient. This Zano 521 team are awesome. They're to help you every single step of the way. Professional from beginning to end. Give you that detailed quote, get all the measurements done, and then leave you with a surface that is virtually indestructible and absolutely gorgeous. For that free, no obligation, no pressure estimate, visit the website, Zano521.com. That's XANO521.com.
Novo Platform Inc. is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services provided by Middlesex Federal Savings, FA. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
You're making something new with your business. To support you, Novo built a new kind of business checking. Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, Novo is customized to your business to save you time and free up cash flow. Sign up for your free business checking account right now. Plus, our listeners get access to over $5,000 in perks and discounts at novo.co/today. novo.co/today.
Hand me that nail gun. Here you go. And here's the fries. Lunch. Who's hungry? You know, maybe instead of loading up a nail gun with French fries to feed the crew, we should just order lunch through Easy Cater. Food from all our favorite restaurants. My bad. On time and as ordered. Huh. Load up the hot dogs while I think about it.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Do you like no-filter, full flavors? Smirnoff Ice Smash is a collision of delicious fruit flavors like strawberry and lemon or peach and mango in a premium malt beverage. Grab a can of Smirnoff Ice Smash at your local store today. Smirnoff Ice Smash, bold flavor for the people. Please drink responsibly.
Monster Jam World Finals returns to Orlando. Get your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for details. Coming to Camping World Stadium May 21st and 22nd.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful.
and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Orlando to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a face-to-face with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
Get ready for more with a new tomato pesto grilled cheese sandwich from Dunkin'. Oven roasted tomatoes and delicious pesto spread with white cheddar cheese on sourdough bread. More of the ingredients you love so you can get more out of every day. America runs on Dunkin'. Limited time offer. Additional charges may apply.
Agreeing on where to spend your hard-earned money is tough. At 7-Eleven, we make it easy. Any iced coffee is now just $1. Now that's a bill we can all agree on. 7-Eleven, you brew you. Terms and conditions apply. See 7eleven.com for more details.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com and make no payments until September with approved credit and get $500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any purchase. Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, and GMC. Find them all at Nations Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
Hi, my name's Charles. On my way to work, I was struck by a tractor trailer. I called attorney Glenn Klausman for help. He got me to really good doctors. I don't think it's right to be bragging on a billboard or TV about getting millions of dollars for getting hurt. However, I will say Glenn Klausman got me a great settlement quicker than I thought possible. I'm very happy with the results, and that's why I'm doing this. Call Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. His website is klausman.law.com. Car crash, call Klausman.
Office, Winter Park.
Why Safe Touch? Safe Touch cameras are event-driven, watching for events before they happen, alerting you immediately so you can react. For $39.95 a month, get 3 color cameras, 24-hour recording, secure storage, and more. Visit safetouch.com for a free survey and demonstration. License numbers EF233LVA.
S&W Kitchens. Get a free design consultation at snwkitchens.com, creating thoughtful, livable spaces.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
It was awesome listening to yesterday's Ross Thoughts on podcast at 2 o'clock this morning. But now 100,000 people know that my snake isn't long enough.
100,000. I got bad news for you, buddy. Yeah. It's a whole bunch more. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We have 2 lines open for last call. Check that. Yep, 2 lines open for last call. Grab them now. We'll get to you guys in a couple of seconds. I got to tell you something about this song. Do not know why I like this song, but I love it. This is MIA, and she is an English rapper.
Don't like that, Deb?
Oh, no, it's okay. It's seeing this guy in his white pickup truck.
Yeah, it's just kind of a cool tune. I don't know why.
Here it comes. Followed by Owl City.
Clap, clap. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Good show today. A lot of fun. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Wednesday? We have Animal House and Scott Maxwell tomorrow. Who's in for Animal House tomorrow?
We have Christina O'Donnell, another animal care ambassador for the Central Florida Zoo.
Oh, very nice. Hopefully we'll have a little friend with her.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, me too.
A dwarf.
Our buddy Dino from the zoo. I don't think he's opened his store yet. I was downtown Sanford this week and I did not see it. And I know where he wants to go.
Yep.
So I didn't see it yet. Sanford was slammed this weekend. God almighty, man.
I think it's a sign of me getting older, but I've been there the last 2 nights.
Oh, God.
I think Sanford might take the cake, man.
Dude, Sanford has turned it. I'm telling you, that Plant Street in Winter Garden where I hid the Big Green Egg is the only rival for that kind of vibe right now because, man, Sanford is destroying it. And the cool thing is you can walk to every place. And there's plenty of parking. You park in that one parking lot at the end of First Street and just let it rip. Hollow Box, the Imperial, Tuffy's, Henry's Depot.
Theater West End.
West End Trading Company. All the great restaurants out there. Man, what a great place. The District, old jailhouse.
We're Team Sanford on JCS.
Yeah,
over
we're loving it. All right, one line opener for last call. I think it's taken right now. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Brian Moore and Judy Samuels for the Derby Days coming up this Saturday. Of course, Brian Moore with Loyal Source and Judy with Pals.
Absolutely, and hope to see you guys at Orlando Derby Days coming up at Ember this weekend, this Saturday. If you want to get your tickets, DerbyDayOrlando.com or Derby Days Orlando, one of the two, you'll find it. And your tickets, once you pay your ticket price, once you get in, it's all you can eat, all you can drink. And the food is good, and the beer flows, and the whiskey flows, and it's a lot of fun. You cannot miss it. It's so much fun. Jack, we did have a Twitter poll today.
Yeah, which sport should the JCS sponsor? We put up 4 choices of baseball, soccer, softball, volleyball.
I've already had a couple people text me. If you are interested in this, by the way, you email me, jimcolbert@realradio.fm, and I will consider your story. We are going to sponsor a team in some way, shape, or form. It's about $500 is what I found out, but we can go a little bit farther in some situation.
John suggested one off the list called pickleball.
Okay, we're not going to do that.
Can Jam was also in there.
Maybe.
and then Linda tweeted, how about fencing, tennis, water polo, or chess? These groups have less funding than the ones in the poll. However, back to our poll, the choices were baseball, soccer, softball, volleyball, coming in at number 1 with 45% support.
Soccer.
Yeah. Yeah, then baseball with 24%, softball 22%, and volleyball at 9%.
Yeah. So maybe a soccer team, guys?
Lega de Calcio. I think Calcio's...
Okay, so if you're out there and you're a parent and you know a team that needs sponsorships, doesn't matter really where it is. I'd like it to be here in the Tri-County area, preferably in like Orange or Seminole, but whatever. And we will consider everybody. Jim Colbert at realradio.fm. I will take those emails, explain what you need, explain where you are, what's going on, why should you get the sponsorship, and we'll figure it out.
And don't be disappointed if you don't get an email back from Jim for 3 or 4 seasons.
Or 6, I'm going to be honest. Stand up this weekend, buddy?
It's true. I'm out in New Smyrna over at Madcaps Comedy Club. It's a newer comedy club. Friday the 6th, 8 o'clock show. Saturday the 7th, 8 o'clock show. Going to be a fun time. I do expect it to come close, if not selling out. So get your tickets now. The link is in my Instagram bio.
And I will tell you, the coastal shows sell out quicker.
Yeah, they do.
So get over there for sure. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Wadsworth, last call.
Wadsworth?
Hello.
Hello.
I bought that truck for me mom for Mama's Day. Please bring it back, Mr. Wanker.
Okay.
Wadsworth.
Cowboy, last call.
All right, Ross. I told you I was supposed to be last close of the show, but we'll go with it. Hey, I do have tickets to your show. You can find me. I'll be the gentleman in the back sitting at the end of your show.
All right, very good.
All right, good. Okay, all right.
John, last call.
Huh?
Man, 45 years and I still can't shake it. I mean, you throw poop one time.
That's how you do it.
That is great.
that is how you do it.
Buddy, that's exactly how you do it. Teacher Sue, last call.
Hey, happy Teacher's Day, everybody.
Hey,
out there.
Sue, what's going on, girl?
Well, here's a funny quick story. I ran into my old PE teacher from Bond Mill Elementary School in Laurel, Maryland, back in the 60s and 70s at the Side Pocket Pub in Melbourne. 40 years later, he's standing there. We're talking about teachers, and he turns around and goes, I was a teacher. And I looked at him, and I said, you're Mr. Collins from Bond Mill Elementary School. He goes, yep. He goes, and you're Sue Gruffy. I was like, God dang it. He knows me after
There you
all
go.
these years.
Thank you, Sue. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Teacher
All right,
Sue.
Thanks, everybody. We appreciate that very much. Big day coming up tomorrow. We'll have Animal House and, of course, our friend Scott Maxwell. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning. After us, Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful Tuesday evening.
Happy birthday, Chris Carson.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.